And we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the Berth Black Hats Blades in the Dark live play. Thank you so much if you stuck around. Hopefully, if you run out for a lunch or a snack or something like that, you'll be able to come back before we get too deep into this score. At this point, after we have an engagement roll locked in at 4, um, I need to know everyone's load.
Heavy.
Heavy. How many items is that for you?
Is that just your entire inventory?
Yeah, right. Heavy is 8 for me.
Heavy is 8. Excellent. That is almost the entire inventory. All right.
I think I will go normal.
Cobb normal. How many items is that for you?
5.
5. Okay.
Cormac's gonna match that.
Cormac normal 5. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Before we get into this as well, we might want to refresh how the armor system works.
Yep. I'll do that. Let's get the load in first, and then I'll.
Sure.
Can I ask what the gondoliers look like?
The gondoliers have black cloaks. They carry sometimes dueling canes, other times tomes and other things like that. They don't have like a uniform or anything like that.
They're a very bloodborne gang.
Yeah.
I have access to a cane sword. Hold on, this can work.
Oh,
Pog.
you too, huh?
Yeah.
Slide.
Might be time to pull those out. Yeah. All right. I mean, basically, what I'm asking would I'm trying to think if someone would get shifty if they saw that we were just packing a ton of heat and they're like, gondoliers normally aren't strapped this hard, or
Well, you're
The
trying.
gondoliers are volunteers. They don't really have a strict uniform, right?
They just wear black cloaks, and being on the gondolas is kind of enough for the people to know that they're gondoliers.
Normal for Ben.
So a particularly amateur or jumpy gondolier might come on armed to the teeth. It's really.
What are you trying to say? You want to say that, Cobb? You want to finish the sentence?
Or a particularly prepared and forward-thinking gondolier.
Yes,
There
sir.
are lots
Thank you,
of
sir.
reasons
You're
to go-
welcome, sir.
Yes, exactly.
Cassius, did you pick a load or
yeah, I'm gonna go with normal.
normal, and that's 5 for you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, madam, what do you got?
So, remind me how this works.
Yep,
I'm gonna go with light.
So basically, that your inventory is available to you as it becomes pertinent to you, right? So you don't need to tell me ahead of time that you've got a pistol and this or that. Anything that's in italics doesn't count. You can just have that.
Okay.
So if you declare you have something, it takes away 1 from that 3 with your light, right? So you say, I have my pistol. I'm like, okay, now you only have 2 more things that you can bring.
Actually, can I change my answer?
Yeah.
I would like to have a heavy load.
And that's how much for you?
That's 6.
Okay, gotcha.
Actually, maybe I shouldn't. I feel like I'd take a narrative penalty for being a heavy for 1 more item.
It's up to you.
I think Cobb
You're going into
an
close to it, though.
extremely dangerous place would definitely be like, oh, I need to be ready for
Cobb's
this.
going
He
into crow's
values his ability to run away as well.
Yes. So and yeah,
That actually
I'll-
brings
I'll-
nothing. Yeah.
I'll stick with normal.
So, and the other thing, Jacqueline, that happens is that there's not like a speed in this game, but should you guys get into a situation where you need to run away or be quick, your load will be taken into considered as far as theater of the mind, right? If you guys were all to start out on a dead sprint, people with light load would be able to run faster than people with heavy load. Also, it is conspicuousness. A heavy load is quite obvious that you're bulky. Normal looks like an average person, and light looks like almost like poor or beggar, or just
Out on a milk run.
Yep, basically trying to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. So
Gotta milk
there's
those
some
cow
there's some
eels.
RP elements to it as well, but so you said light.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna just
And
have
it's 3.
have a knife with me.
Okay.
So I think Cormac, looking at my inventory, Cormac
The-
uses the cane sword often,
The
but as a
um,
cane.
and so I don't need to
Nope, you
declare
don't need
what
to
I
tell
have.
you don't need to tell me anything. When it becomes pertinent, you can say that you have it, and then so you have 3 slots basically, and tick it off. At Bilbo's request, we'll run through armor real quick. So armor is one of the things that you would declare load. So if you get hit, you can say I'm wearing armor, and that would tick off 1 for your load, or 2 if you want heavy armor. Basically, what armor does is it allows you to replace a resistance check, and we haven't done a resistance check on screen yet. Jacob made the first one in ICC. Whenever a bad consequence befalls you or a harm befalls you, you may choose to roll resistance. Resistance costs 6 stress minus whatever your highest roll is. So if you were to make a resistance roll, you would take 6 stress, and you roll the highest die you roll is a 4. You would only end up with 2 stress. You need to roll higher than a 3 to resist the harm or the bad consequence. And what I mean by bad consequence, if it's a little vague, is if you get knocked off a building and you're gonna fall, you can roll resistance to catch the ledge, and avoid, falling. Basically, that's what I mean by a bad consequence.
And your resistance roll is tied because you never roll anything except fortune. So we would suffer consequence, right?
Yes.
As the GM. So we would suffer a consequence if we attempted a skill roll and got like a 1 or a 2 or something.
Right.
And then our resistance roll would have to be the
You
attribute.
get into a fight, you
tied
roll
to
a 1,
the-
type thing, right?
Tied to the skill that we failed. So we
Yes.
can't resist a consequence from a skirmish roll with resolve. We have to use prowess.
Correct. And the amount of die you roll should be hard coded into your sheet, but it's how many pips you have for that skill. So yeah, and that's how resistance works. So armor allows you to skip the stress, and just automatically resist something, but it does cost you one of your loads.
It also
Well, it costs you 2.
Oh yeah.
you can also use it to push yourself, right? Or is that just a special armor thing?
I think that's the special armor only.
Okay.
But yeah, you can use it to replace the 2 stress you would get from pushing if you have special armor. Cobb's working on that. That's in the shop. That might come out at another score.
Yep.
But yeah, okay, got everyone. So I think we're ready to begin. So you guys, what time of the day, quote unquote, do you guys head over?
I would say early in the workday, right?
Early midday ish. Well,
Okay.
day.
While
air
the
quotes.
gangs are still hungover.
And the
Right.
body's fresh.
Now we're talking.
Right. Okay, so about midday.
Mid
before-
moon.
Yeah, mid-moon.
Yeah.
After the embers have flared, but before the fog has rolled, you guys show up. Basically, you have a place you go to see Edric. As you walk into Crow's Foot, there are signs held up. Visitors be warned, only necessary travel, curfew in effect, things like
Does it
that.
say when the curfew is, by the way?
It does. It's supposed to be at like the later hours in the day after markets
Okay.
shut down. As soon as markets are closed, it's supposed to be here. Crow's Foot isn't necessarily a merchant district per se. There are shops and stuff like that, but it's mostly housing. Like I said, it's a crossroads, so there are big, broad cobblestone streets that people use to get from the docks to somewhere else, or to the docks, or up. So it connects, 4 different districts basically. So it's almost like a highway of Duskfall, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So yeah, normally this would be flooded with people going to work. You guys are here mid-market. Most of the shops are not having any street presence, so there's no one out like selling things in front of their store. You have to go in. It's mostly quiet. You don't come in hearing any death bells or gunshots or anything like that. You show up as a party of 6, which is good, because stragglers here are, as Ben might be able to tell you, are not they're easy targets, is what they are. So you show up, you find Edric where you normally would. He is down by the canal. You can see him and one other gentleman prepping a gondola. And did you prearrange this with him? Like you wanted to wanted to talk to him, or you just walking up and surprising him?
Yeah, if I can, I would like to have raised this to him
Sure.
before.
Excellent.
I would let him know that it's a business venture, not a personal
Sure.
thing. I'm approaching him on behalf of this gang activity I'm involved in.
Right. So you don't see him with any corpses or spirits or anything like that. They're just pretty much like taking care of one of the gondolas at this point.
Mhm.
He goes, "Hey, Cobb, how you doing? Come on down. These your friends?"
Yeah, Edric, this is some friends I've made in the job. friends. This is Edric. He's a Dagger Islander from the Silk Song, just like me.
Hello, lads.
With the gondoliers, obviously.
Stat, can I call for a flashback to at least spend my prep time like trying to look the part? Like I want to try and find a black coat to some degree.
You don't need a flashback for that.
Okay, I mean,
just-
I just for
But
time's sake, yeah.
I'll ask you tick off a load for that as a disguise, or is a disguise an italicized thing for you?
It's
Um,
italicized. We have a fine
yeah.
disguise kit.
Then you're fine.
Slides.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have an italicized thing in your load. You can use that to make.
I will
yourself.
take the cane sword though, so that is going to be one.
Okay.
So
So tick off one. Let me know whenever do that. Also, everyone keep track of whenever you do something that is in your class's playbook for advancement, or if you ever make a desperate roll. So that way you are able to
A cane sword.
get your XP.
I don't know how that works, but okay.
Just whenever you do something slidey.
Right.
Okay.
So at the bottom of your character sheet, below
Yeah.
all of your special abilities,
Yep.
there's a little table that says Mark XP.
Yeah.
Just let me know whenever you did something.
Read those every time you think you've rung one of those bells. Raise your hand, basically, and make a note, because that's how XP gets awarded at the end of every session.
Okay.
You can only get up to a max of 2 per session, though.
No, that's not true.
2.
No, that is
XP.
true. You have to do multiple.
You can get a max of 2 for doing your playbook thing, but for the backstory stuff, the sky's the limit.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Or I
So-
guess you can hit a max of 5 because there's 3 playbook things and 2. You can get 2 from your playbook thing.
Yeah, pretty much like your RP stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me know if you guys think it warrants it. I'd be happy
Okay.
to work for it.
Then I would have got one last time when we talked to the guys with the book, the Helker.
Yeah,
right?
I think you got 2 XP. You should have marked it. I think you did.
He's saying this session, not last session.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Well, yeah. We'll get to that. We'll talk to that at some point.
Yeah.
Cool. So Edric, meets all of you, shakes hands with those willing to shake hands. He seems very taken aback by the madam, who is wearing, a bit more clean clothes than the rest of you.
While I look fancier, I have disguise kit. I'm dressing down at least a little and trying to look like I'm not exactly myself and not using my real name.
Sure.
The other
I
thing
did
to note
mention-
about Edric is that he knows your name. He doesn't necessarily know what you look like, but
Right. I did mention he's a silk songer, or a silk son. So if you want a name drop, it would mean something to him.
Worth
But
noting.
that
Okay.
is that is for you to work with. Yeah. So right, like I was saying, I wanted to talk to you. Not Cobb to Edric or Silk Sun to Silk Sun or that sort of thing, but us on behalf of the grinders and you on behalf of the gondoliers. And I think there's some work that maybe you could help us out with, and we might be able to lend a hand to you as well.
okay, Cobb. Well, what is it?
So, with
Can I cut
maybe
him off?
yes, maybe I should let let my friend do the talking here.
One of our associates had a stroll through Crowsfoot and noticed that there was a lot of work to be done, and we figured we'd oblige and help out the city's spirit wardens of the people.
Well, don't call us that. But you don't really like them. But yeah, I definitely overwhelmed with the bodies lately. The coats haven't been able to stop the violence at all, and we've been picking up, as many as we can, but we're short-handed for sure. Even some of the gondoliers, the bravest ones in the lot, are a bit afraid to go out.
Well, that's where we like to come in. We don't know what to be afraid of yet, so do you
Well,
mind
I can tell
showing
you,
us the way?
you got red sashes, you got crows, and we work with the lampblacks. They provide us some bodies and some help every once in a while. But the blue coats are around, and a whole bunch of nasty people running around here, Mister
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Right. So,
I mean,
so
how does this
talk-
work? Do you guys just walk around and see if you see a body?
Well, gondoliers. We have the gondola. And we it's, I guess if you don't know, people when they finish with the corpse, they don't want the body. The ghosty comes out after a while, so they take the body and they chuck it in the canal, and they've been doing that for as long as you or me has been alive. And yeah, we just go around and pick them up. And we dispose of the ghosts in sort of a nicer way. The spirit ones are quite nasty with what they do. I'm sure you've heard all that. So we just kind of help out whenever we can. And there's no coin in it or anything like that. We're just trying to be good, step up above the rough here. But it's been pretty violent, not too long. I'm sure you've seen the papers, heard the shots, the bells.
Seen it. I experienced it yesterday with those fucking gray coats.
So Mr.
Oh, Ben. And I'm gonna non-bandage hand out and shake his hand.
Oh yeah, Ben. Thank you. Pleasure.
Needless to say, we'd like to reciprocate your charity.
How so?
Care to take us on a journey to Crow's Foot? Show us the ropes?
I'd be happy to. We can't get all the corpses out of the water, so we did. My buddy and I over here, we did as much as we could. We just came back in not too long ago. I'm pretty tired though.
Right. So you just trust us going out on our own? No one you can send with us?
No, we've got gondoliers that work around the clock. I'm sure I could send for one real quick. Hey, Bob, would you mind running down to the shop and seeing if we can get to Griggs over here? The other guy, presumably named Bob, looks up, nods and says, "Of course," and runs off. So you guys, you just trying to get a tour of Crow's Foot? Like, how is that a business opportunity for the grinders? I thought they were pretty well established over there in the docks.
They are, but they're really dead set on trying to build a name for their Cersei, if you've heard of her. It's kind of
Sure.
part of the chain of command. If you're aware of Hutton, he's along the lines there. And really a way she thought she could kind of play to the heartstrings of the people is picking up the slack, because on some of the gondoliers' work, she knew that was an honest and revered way that she could get some respect around the city. And so we figured, why not start with some charity?
Roll sway.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I knew that was coming. This is risky.
Standard.
Okay. Okay, 5.
All right.
nice.
He scratches his chin and goes, "Well, that doesn't rightly sound like Cersei, but I suppose, I'm not one to judge. I'm not really in charge of the gondoliers or anything like that. I just do patrol like the rest of us. Bit odd, though." Shuffles his feet a little bit.
Can I just breathe a word to Cassius really quick and just mention we gotta let him keep the bodies, right?
I'm just gonna dart my head really quick.
I trust you to work that out, but
How old is the guy? How old is the guy?
As old
about
as
as old as me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is Cav?
30s.
Young adult, yeah.
All right.
All right.
You said you're from Dagger Island.
Yeah, originally. I
Dagger Isles.
don't remember it
What-
too much, but I've been here for a while.
When'd you come over?
Oh, as a boy. Cobb and I grew up together at the Marigold.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you, Cobb, but I'm originally from Dagger Isles too.
Oh, no kidding. What's your name, Mister
Oh, Cormac Arderty.
Cormac? Pleasure.
No, I was just wondering. It's good to see another Dagger Islander here.
Oh yeah, there's
That's not we're rare, just good kin.
few and far in between for sure. Yeah, I'm one of the only ones in the gondoliers. They hire within the family.
Oh, well, congratulations then.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. He smiles. Bob grabs a guy. This is another person. He has a shaved head. He wears a dark cloak as well. No weapons on this person, and this is presumably Griggs. Griggs has, runes hanging down from his chest. Typical garb of someone who's occult or arcane. And runs up, and he looks and he's like, "So they want to go out on an expedition of Crowsfoot for charity?" Bob
Yes.
shrugs.
Yes, I know it sounds a little out of the question and a little dangerous. I mean, obviously, if you were giving somebody the first tour and trying to teach them how to be a gondolier, you'd probably recommend somewhere, a little bit more safer. But our overhead wants us to go somewhere a bit more daring. She wants to make a bit of a splash in the pond.
And what exactly are you trying to do?
We are trying to procure some bodies and prove that we're helping out the gondoliers.
Well,
It's also a bit of a test for us. If you don't know someone or don't know exactly how trustworthy they are, you send them on a stupid mission, or sometimes even one that you're not expecting the most out of. And if they still come back to prove that they've got something in them, then what is that to say about them?
well, this isn't a testing ground. Like, we are trying to provide a service to the people of the city.
Cass is going to look extremely anxious and be like, I believe what Mr. Woods is trying to say is we are definitely being tested by our overhead, and your work is by no means not dangerous at all. And we really wanted to just see what we're working with here. And we mean in the utmost respect our actions today are in the means of making your job easier. Granted, why we're here may be on different terms than why you have people normally volunteer, but the outcome is the same.
I'm not sure why you want the bodies, though. Go ahead.
I want to get Cassius's attention really quick, just with like a clear of the throat, and give him a look like, can I add something here? He's not going to speak out of turn, but just like...
Okay. I'll acknowledge Cobb's presence and at least say, we have a whisper among our ranks, and he definitely is the type that is interested in your cleansing methods. So at least let him speak on that behalf. It's not my area of expertise.
Yeah, right, so, part of the thing is that the grinders they're on the come up, right? And they just want to be prepared. What with the gang war in the Crow's Foot, and I've heard whispers that Hutton is talking with Oath, and Cersei, who we were close with, she's just wants to be ready in case things start to get a little more excited around the docks, and it starts to look maybe a little more like Crow's Foot. So she's looking for bodies and to study up on the gondoliers so she can practice those sorts of techniques and keep the people of the docks safe, or learn how to keep the people of the docks safe from spirits in the event that it spills over, sort of thing.
Roll sway with a bonus die, because that's a really good reason.
Nice.
Don't say you're untrained. Don't say
I'm not. I have two.
Okay, good. Please don't tell me you're untrained.
Peony.
Traditional with risky standard.
Risky standard. I have some stress to spend.
Have you not taken any stress?
No, but I'm below half right now. So I'm thinking, do I push this just to like really? I'm going for it. I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
Snag that extra dice.
So you're at 3 total, or
4 total.
4.
Oh,
4 total.
Okay.
Because I really want this to work.
All right.
Okay, sway, risky, standard, 2 bonus dice. Rip it.
Okay, a
Okay.
four.
All right.
Glad I bought that. Glad I bought that extra dice.
Oh.
Griggs listens to all this very intently. He says, "Okay, I can't picture the grinders doing what we do, but we need all the help we could get. Um, my name is Griggs. I don't know if I introduced myself. I'm the head whisper of the gondoliers here. Typically, I don't go out on the ventures, but my regular job keeps me up during the night, and I usually take care of ghosts at the morning. I just finished up. Um, I'm not really willing to share with you our rituals or anything like that. That stuff is sort of helpful to us. But
Sure, we got trade secrets and all that, but we got our own whispers, sort of thing.
Sure. Well, I'd be more than happy to take you out. I'm sure Edric told you that, we can't get all the bodies, and they get made pretty much at all hours of the day these days. Things are not good here. But yeah, let's get a couple of boats. Is that one ready, Edric? And he goes, of course, sir, of course. Just taking some rigging off. And he does. And he's like, and let's get another one, because you can put about 4 people on a gondola. So from behind this gondola, sort of like almost hidden underneath a wooden structure, they push out another one. So like it's sort of like it's built into the side of the canal, and underneath like a wooden little like plank, they push it out and up, and it points up, and then Edric and Bob start putting supplies on it, and Griggs is walks up to you and he says, who are each of you? What are your names?
I'm Cobb Egg. I'm a friend of Edric's.
Okay.
Or Cobb Marigold, as it were.
Ah, okay. Points at
Cormac or Dirty?
Okay.
Ben.
Okay. He looks at the remaining 3 of you: Vidar, Cassius, and Madame Corvus.
Vidar Vilodson.
Okay.
Donovan Fletcher. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Call me Beth. We're not on good enough terms yet for you to know any more than that.
Okay, good enough. Just need to know what to call you and who to contact if we don't come back from this. So we have 2 boats. Who's getting on which ones? Boat number 1, boat number 2.
Cobb is
whichever one's in the front.
Yeah.
I'm in the one in the front.
Ben wants to take the front boat. Is there a front boat or is it like side by side?
No, it's wide enough to support 2 gondolas side by side. They might go single file to try and not take up the other side of the canal.
Then we'll go to the front.
Mechor92, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, so I don't know if one's leading or following. I guess we could say for posterity, boat number 1's ahead of boat number 2 slightly.
All right,
So
I'll take boat number 1.
I got Vidar on that one. Cobb said he was sticking with Vidar.
He may.
We got Ben on boat number 1.
convinced.
Well, so there's
to
6 of
relent.
us in 2 boats, so we should do 3 and 3
3 and
instead of
3.
4
Yeah.
and 2. Because the
I
2
call
will get
Vidar.
cool.
Sure, Cobb will relent.
Please,
and take...
please, Bert Black Hats.
Wait,
There's
wait,
enough
is-
of me to go around.
Is
Cobb will relent and take a different boat than Vidar.
Okay.
For one, because I suppose he figures, in terms of who can offer protection to the crew, he might actually be second in line to Vidar, just given his heritage. Yeah. And also because I feel like violence follows Vidar. He might be able to protect you from it, but he's also much more likely to instigate it than everyone else on the
That's why I'm
crew.
behind him.
Yeah.
Before Cobb gets on his boat, I want to pat him on the shoulder, and I go, "We're going to kick some teeth in today.
So
Keep yours in your mouth."
It's Vidar, the Madam, and Ben in front boat.
Well, no, I think Cassius.
No,
I'll
Cassius
go on the
is in the
second
front
boat.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay,
So Cassius is on boat number 1 and Ben's going to 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
So 2 is Ben,
And-
Cormac, Griggs, or
So the Cormac is it can be hard for him to get in this boat. It's got lots of joints that
It's
don't work
crickety.
very well. Crickety.
They have like one of those like cushion seats you put on like
It's
bleachers for
No.
Cormac.
It is a plank, my
flare up.
dude.
Right.
It is a
It's okay.
splintery plank.
Someone get a sweatshirt and roll it up.
Yeah,
Griggs
right.
is on the first boat, just so y'all know. But
Do we have room for 5 on the? Oh no, we're doing 3 and 4 right around.
Yep. So before you guys take off, another man runs out from the same place where Griggs comes from, and he goes, "Hey, Griggs, I'm here. And he hops on to the boat number 2 with Cobb, Ben, and Cormac. And he just looks at all of you kind of bewildered, and he goes, "Morning run, or, midday run. What are we doing here?"
What time is it?
It's like midday.
Moon
time.
It's
Midday
hard
run.
to tell.
Mid moon.
Right.
It's a mid-moon.
Midday, so midday run seems right.
All right. Carson, my name's Carson. Muscle for this type of thing. Nobody on boat number 2 is that muscly. So
No.
this guy is.
We're muscly where it counts.
Up here.
In our brains.
Incredibly smooth yet massive.
Yeah, Cormac is taking a really far backseat to this because this would be a thing that would flare up his arthritis big time.
Yeah, the damp and the bow and his
Yeah.
rheumatism is gonna be
Sure.
Alright.
No
keeping him up
questions.
all
No
night.
questions for Carson then as we depart.
What sort of trouble are we expecting on this sort of thing? What kind of muscle?
All loads of bullshit happens there, boy. He's got a sword and a pistol on him.
Sure.
He's already called his load, it seems.
You get
Foolish
A
mistake.
fool's mood.
You better hope you don't need documents in this.
You got a license for that, Con.
I got a license for that sword and pistol.
All right. We made it 3 hours in before we made the license joke.
We were really restraining ourselves.
Yeah, I opened it up.
You get attacked lots out here, or is it more of it happens rarely, but it's a big deal when
People
it does
don't
sort of
really
thing?
attack the gondoliers, It's more about it's incidental, collateral.
I see. Well,
Mhm.
glad to have you along, then. I suppose.
Always good to have a member of the Lampblacks on board.
Okay.
And the boats push off.
Wait! The Lamp Blacks are one of the factions at war in the Crow's Foot.
He's gonna sell us out.
You
Calling
mentioned
it
you're with the Lamp Blacks.
Oh yeah, the muscle,
That's not gonna get us in any trouble, is it? Because I understand
not with me here.
There's 2 kinds of muscle in the Crow's Foot, and I'm sure you're the best there is, but
You flatter me.
it's just that sometimes having muscle does more to start a fight than prevent it. But someone might take it as a challenge, sort of thing.
Listen, man, I don't sharpen my sword or load my pistol to fire him. It's just for looks, We're just, like I said, just muscle.
Sure.
Gondola splashes.
Man, this man has never been in a real fight in his life.
A man works out doesn't mean he gets in a lot of fights.
What's the prognosis, Vidar?
I would like
Vidar
to
looks
make
back.
a survey test.
Yeah, you make survey for that.
I have a dice for that.
What are you
Risky
trying
standard.
to glean?
I want to know if this guy is actually muscle or if he just thinks he's hot shit. These
Alright.
are all volunteers.
Sure. Well,
Risky standard.
Yeah, he's a Lampblack, so
Well,
But is he
don't mean
blooded?
shit. Yeah.
3. He looks the part. He's got a gun, sword.
That does not answer my question.
From
You son of a bitch.
From what you can tell, he doesn't look like he's a Skav, brute, sledgehammer swinging type dude like yourself, but he certainly could, cut somebody or shoot somebody.
Can I roll study to see if there's any like scarring on him or like he has any like residual wounds?
Yeah,
or-
you could try that, sure.
Okay.
Risky standard. Nope. Looks fine.
Okay.
Fresh face.
Yeah.
Oh, can I take a peek at his
Ghost.
at his aura?
Yeah,
at
sure.
at the field around him.
Sure.
We'll attune. Risky standard.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. So you peer into the ghost field to try and pick up some energy. There's a lot of confidence aerating from him, tinged slightly with fear, ever so slightly. But a lot of confidence and enthusiasm nonetheless.
sure. Seeing somebody is afraid does not mean anything to me. To me, that's almost comforting. We're going into the crow's foot to hunt ghosts or whatever.
Sure. There's nothing.
If you-
I'll add. There's nothing malicious.
Yes.
To his
Sure.
nature.
Sure.
Cool.
All right.
We
guess
push
so.
off. So
Nice.
the gondolas move down at sort of a slow but steady pace. The waters below you are the same marked color of the void sea. It's dark. The canal is lit by lamps in some places, lanterns in others. It's quite a spooky thing, even around midday. Obviously, there's no light coming from anywhere else. And for the most part, it's quiet. You guys are looking around. You notice that Griggs stands up at the front of boat 1, and he has a long pole that he pulls out and extends from the gondola boat, and he starts pushing down into the water, presumably to try and find corpses.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Can I just be the eyes for my boat and just be peeking around in the ghost field looking for spirits or remnants of violence?
Roll me an attune check, and keep it up for the first part of this trip. So it will be sort of just ongoing as you're
Sure.
peeling into the
Yes.
water.
Yes.
Can Vidar do the same thing on his boat? Except I'm looking for spirits that aren't in the water that might be waiting or
Certainly,
coming towards us.
certainly a good idea.
Risky standard.
Yep.
Come on.
3.
Oh.
Okay.
4 from Cobb.
4 from Cobb. Excellent. All right, so you guys are, Vidar looks up, peering around for any spirits that might be waiting along the edges of the canals. Cobb keeps his eyes to the waters, trying to measure any, miasma that might be happening in the waters. Griggs, despite being a whisper, is using a physical method to try and push up the ground, push up and rake through and see what could possibly happen. And you guys putz around. Now, I would like a fortune roll from the Berth Black Hat's character sheet. Whoever would like to roll that with 2 die.
And we get dragged down to the depths. Okay,
5
good
and a
roll.
4.
Wow.
All right. Let's see. So you guys make some progress. You aren't able to find any corpses. This is pretty close to where their hub is, where you guys met them. So they presumably combed through this on the way in. So they putz around a little bit. They take an intersection that dives deeper. So you've been, to explain this a little bit geographically, you've been running the perimeter of Crow's Foot. After they don't see anything for about 10 to 15 minutes, Griggs steers the gondola into the city district a little bit, one of the canals that runs through Crow's Foot. And you guys are sort of pushing into more dangerous territory now. The docks are behind you, and now you're in the city or in the district proper. Go ahead.
Can I make a survey check to just watch the sides of the river, see if there's anybody just watching?
Sure.
I am untrained, but I'll do it anyways. Is this controlled or risky?
Risky.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm adding a stress to Cormac, just for being on the boat and being old.
Don't do that.
I'm doing it for
Don't
our
do it.
viewers.
It's not where you might need that stress.
Cormac doesn't need anything. He wants to die anyways.
Yeah, that's not
Being
not
unstressful
normal
is
stress. That's brush with death stress.
Right.
Could
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Uh,
Perfect.
Could I, being on the boat with Cobb, could I take like a pebble that like fell into my shoe and just kind of throw it in the water to splash, just to make Cobb a little unsettled?
Just trying to scare.
I
You
wish
can.
you
Give him
would.
a heart attack, man.
I wish you wouldn't do that sort of thing. You know, I'm looking for ghosts right now.
And a pebble stops you from doing that?
It's a distraction.
Now, Cobb, take one stress.
I'm not gonna pretend like I understand it.
Right. All of a sudden, you hear Griggs yell out, "Ho!" And like stops the gondola. The other gondola kind of bumps into it. Kind of awkwardly, since you guys are sort of like not. Carson's not a great watercraft pilot, you can tell. Bumps in the boat's rock a little bit. Think we got one. So he like starts doing this. Cobb, if you take a look, you can kind of see, something of an infant spirit. He pulls up, and basically this staff that he's got that he's doing has claw at the end of it, and like pushes it around, wiggles it around, kind of like uncomfortably. He's straining a little bit, wobbling on the boat. He's got excellent balance. The rest of you guys on boat number 1 are kind of like, ugh. And up comes a corpse. This corpse is in a black coat, doesn't seem to have any weapons or anything on it, or any wallets or anything of that nature. Kind of looks like a citizen, not necessarily a ganger. And he pulls the body over top of the gondola, right in front of you, Vidar, as you are scanning the sides looking for any ghosts that might come of attack. Since you are trying to attune a little bit, you can see the infant ghost sort of swelling out of this man's orifice a little bit. It's like a greenish, bluish wisp in the person's mouth and their eyes. And you'll see that, he sets down the staff. Actually, he hands you the staff, and he's like, "Could you hold this?"
Yeah, Vidar takes it, and as he's like, he was looking around, but his eyes are just drawn to the corpse now, and he's getting like war flashbacks.
Yeah.
Where he's
You've
being
seen
like,
this.
the fields of
this.
dead people all being like this.
Yes, you've seen this.
And then he kind of shakes himself out, just like gets his
Can
mind
I-
back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Can I call for a flashback right now?
Sure. What would you like to flashback to?
I want to call back to earlier. I want to have spoken to Cobb about making sure we find worthy fighters. Now, I don't know exactly how that's going to play out, but I
like
want
the
to
ghost.
at least tell him, I'm like, remember, we're looking for fighters.
Sure. 1 stress. That's not that big of a deal.
Okay. Wait. Oh, okay.
Do you still
All
want
right.
to do the flashback knowing
No,
that it causes stress?
All right.
That's the one stress he healed from last time.
Yeah, I'm very, very cautious on that. I'm not gonna do that then. Never
Okay.
mind. Yeah.
Sure. That might be.
I just presumed that was something I could say, but that's fine.
Yep. So Griggs produces a bottle from his chest, which Cobb would recognize to be a spirit jar. Pops the top off, whispers an incantation, closes his eyes, opens them all of a sudden, and the infant ghost, rips out of the person's mouth, right into the jar. He quickly puts the top back onto it. Inspects it as like the runes etched into the side of the glass flare a greenish blue, and he puts it back into his pocket. And he goes, "Well, that's the procurement process. Nothing too fancy. And this is what you guys are interested in?"
Yeah, like I said, things might be looking a little more exciting around the docks soon, or at least that's the sense Cersei's getting. And we, information is power and that sort of thing. Just want to be prepared for whatever might happen.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
A lot of Vidar first.
I was just gonna. I think this is more of as we go forward. I want to stop doing that attune roll that I was doing, and he's now pestering Griggs for information on what he just saw.
Yes. Got it.
Because he is fascinated with what just occurred.
Cassius, you had something too?
What was I gonna say? I want to say over to Griggs. Griggs, not to say anything about the magnificence of whatever just occurred. It's brand new to me. But we've dealt with some reckless, rowdy individuals in the docks, does that personality carry over to the other side?
Sometimes, some ghosts, they become vengeful, tortured souls, and they attack everything around them and just are fixated on revenge, and that's really why the gondoliers work. Some rare cases, the ghosts, adopt their personalities, and they actually live almost a second life. But that's all, depending on whether or not we or the spirit wards get to them first. This is the ideal state we want to find them in. He shows you the jar again. This is the ideal state we want to find them in, when the soul hasn't fully formed and become a ghost yet, just so that way it's easy enough to coax it into the bottle. Hopefully we don't have to show you guys what it looks like when we have to get a fully formed ghost into a bottle. That's quite a painful process.
How likely is it for us to
Painful
find
for
one
us?
of those?
Oh, we
revenants
catch them.
out here?
We catch them. You see that, this one should have been. This is close enough to one of our hubs that we should have been able to find this, but thankfully it's only been here a day or so. The last person to rake this part of the canal must have missed it.
I don't want to come off too eager, but I think it would be valuable if we experienced that at some point today.
I sure hope not.
When's the last time you guys have done a sweep, if you will?
Oh, we do them every day.
All right, and this is question to the GM. Is this how? Do I know how long I was just knocked unconscious for?
A few hours.
A few hours. Okay. All right. You ever know about the gray coats causing any troubles around here?
The gray cloaks? I'm not.
Gray coats.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
All right. Well, they seem like the type that might make your jobs a little bit harder, and
Oh, everyone makes our jobs harder, man.
that's
Not us.
pretty dang fair. But I think I know the. Do you guys mostly stay on the gondolier and just search the river, or
Yep.
do you? Okay.
We don't. We're
Right.
not. We're not militant like the groups that run up on the surface there. It's dangerous for us to run out there and try to beat the spirit wardens. This is our game. We're good at it, and we stick to it.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright.
Go ahead.
We get to keep some of these, right? That's what we're looking for.
Oh.
Something to take back, sort of thing.
What?
The grind of Vagot Whispers who want to experiment with, disposing and keeping the people safe. It's not us exactly. I'm just here to keep everyone safe.
Right. I'm not sure if the grinders are good at disposing ghosts.
Well,
Probably need to
not
learn.
yet is the thing.
Oh.
That's
right.
we're
Sorry, I apologize. This is all very weird to me.
As it is to us.
And you said you're a whisper too, right?
Yeah, right. Dagger oils, all that. I'm trying to think of a way I could demonstrate something of that. Is there there's electroplasm lamps nearby?
Yeah, a few of them.
Can I just make them flicker a little bit?
Sure, roll a tune. Controlled standard.
Just jazz hands and everything starts flaring.
Can Cormac do the same thing, but in the opposite way, so it looks like nothing happens?
Can Vidar do the same thing?
With a 5.
You do it. You flick the lid. Do you guys want to roll a tune to mess with the
Yes.
lamp? Okay. Yeah. So he notices that you do that. Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
a tune. Vidar, you make a lamp explode.
Oh yeah.
Which is quite shocking.
I
to
give
you.
everyone a wicked look.
Which is quite
Oh
shocking.
God, Vidar with magic, not like this. man.
Cormac, you reach out to the lamps, but they don't respond to you as much.
Oh.
But yeah.
He's rusty.
But
rusty.
but Cobb, turns one off and back on and gestures towards it to show that he's a whisperer, or at least someone in attune with the ghost field. Vidar eagerly jumps up and does the same thing, and the lamp and glass falls in the water with a tinkling splash.
I want to leverage this success as a reason he should tell me more.
You continue to pester him. Do you have any specific question before we
Everything and anything.
Okay, yeah. So
I don't expect answers, but Vidar is infatuated now with what he just saw.
he gives you some general history about how long they've been doing this. He doesn't reveal any rituals or anything of that nature, but he gives you some general history about how frequently they patrol and how long they've been doing this and why everyone's a volunteer, things of that nature. But yeah, his obtaining of the ghost was very effortless, which is something that you haven't quite seen as being a soldier. Like harboring ghosts in Scotland was, a whole process, and you'd line up a bunch of bodies and surround them in salt and iron, and it would be a whole ritual. Whereas he just was able to, like a Ghostbuster, which is very interesting. But yeah, Cobb, he hands the spirit jar to you. And he goes,
Nice.
that'll fit about one more ghost of that size.
Is it wise to put ghosts together like that?
I mean, they don't grow in the bottle.
Can I mark this as addressing a challenge with arcane power?
Yes,
Nice.
definitely. All right. You've been sitting here for a while discussing. Griggs starts to go push off. As he does so, you hear sort of down the canal a little bit, maybe it's hard to pinpoint where a sound's coming from. You certainly can't see anything. You hear a clang of swords, a ping, a loud one. Fall, and no one needs to roll survey or anything. You can all hear it. It's close enough. And then you hear some shouting between men. And the frequency of the swords clanging picks up. Griggs looks concerned, and he looks at you.
Well,
That's the dinner bell ringing.
It's quite obviously swords clashing.
Yeah.
That sounds like we might have more work soon.
Griggs is like, yeah, we usually like to circle back around, so that way we don't cause any trouble. We're not here to play into this faction war.
Yeah, I think
I see that crazy look in your eye.
I think that would be
the good corpses are always fresh.
I think that would be a good idea. I think we just remember this spot. We'll wait for it all to die down, and
But what if they take their corpses with them, and then we won't get them?
What? Eat them?
No, we take the ghosts.
Carson yells,
we're here
"Don't
to
be a
do."
pansy! Let's just go get in
what
there."
what the milk boy said.
I have a very dastardly idea that I think only Vidar may agree with me on.
And Carson.
Vidar.
Yeah. You guys are on separate boats, so this conversation probably needs to be...
No, they're on the same boat.
Oh,
Carson's
I know. No, yeah, we are on the same boat.
Okay.
He's in front of me, so can I just kind of lean up to the back of his shoulder?
Yeah, you can talk to him.
Vidar, what do you say we go get a first-hand look at these people in action?
I think that's a great idea. We should take Ben with us.
Is this...
Hold on.
As you discuss, clang, clang, and then a gunshot goes off.
That's my signal.
And behind all of you, a gloved hand is placed on your shoulder, and Madame Corvus says, "Boys, I hope you aren't planning on doing anything unnecessarily stupid."
No, just regular
product.
Is this event close enough and intense enough that I can see the echo of it in the ghost field from where we are now?
You can try.
Okay.
It's not a guaranteed thing. It's not just astral perception.
Sure. Yeah,
outside question too. While Kyle's doing that, are the canals raised? Are they locks or they're low?
Low.
You can just get off on the
Yeah,
ships.
yeah.
Okay.
There's boardwalks along the side where you can hop off, and then you just gotta kind of walk until you find a staircase that leads.
Does Cassius have any points in prowl?
No.
5.
Grim does.
I don't know if this is your job.
Cobb,
Yeah,
you look
I'm
up.
right there with
I have study. I have a lot in study though.
And a
so
great
That doesn't help us.
No, it
reddish
does.
energy
Yeah.
is pulsating from there. It's sort of hard to pinpoint, what exactly is going on. You're just able to tell that it's a very violent event that's happening over there, and there might be death already.
Can I... I am thinking about doing something extremely stupid.
Ben's all for it.
Run it. Run it.
We're already here. Let's
Ben's
go.
on the kid's hayride and wants to get off.
But it's like I can't even. I'm I don't. think
This really does feel like a haunted hayride to me as I explain.
I don't think it's even. I don't think it's even like the good kind of stupid though. It won't.
The sound of clanging and right after the gunshot, Ben's just gonna go Vidar and just jump off the boat.
Nice.
Oh, whoa.
Play into
Alright,
that
well.
trauma. I like it.
Yep.
All right, Vidar goes with him.
Oh, Griggs
fucking hell.
tries to, hey, wait, and then the boat rocks.
Yeah.
You
I'm gonna try and stabilize myself and be like, I need to follow.
yes.
Yeah, I think we better go with him just to make sure.
Oh man, Ben takes off in a dead sprint to the nearest staircase. You guys wobble out. Greg's trying to say, "What? No, we don't get involved in the violence." Carson, though, draws rapier, jumps out, pistol in the other hand.
No, Carson, stay with the boat. Keep our exfil safe.
Oh, come on.
I would command you
There
if I
might be
have
my
to.
lamp blacks up there. I need to help.
Your
Oh,
lamp
we'll
blacks
let you
need to
know.
help themselves. You need to stay on the boat.
I'm a lamp black. I need to help.
We'll let you
Command
know
him,
if we
command
see
him.
lamp black.
All right,
Command
well,
him.
I kind of want to power act after Jacob.
Shut the
Like,
fuck up,
the
Carson.
woods.
Fine. I'll stay with the damn gondola.
I haven't swam in like for 30 years or so. I not. Are we on the docks? Like what?
No,
We just pull over. We're not swimming. We're just
Yeah.
stepping off. Someone can help the old man off. Cobb will help the old man off, and the madam was with Vidar. Okay,
Oh.
I have decided I am going to do the very stupid thing.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
While seeing Ben run off towards the violence and seeing the dark red hue echo through the ghost field, I would like to push on that a little bit and amplify it.
Oh!
Yes!
And
Yes, Cobb!
my hope is that by escalating the violence, it is all over before we get there.
You need to get closer, but
Okay.
I will happily help you on this roll to give you
Now you're thinking
an extra
d6.
I will
Alright.
happily do add.
Yes, this is what a tune can do, by the way.
This is why I have a point in it.
All right, so everyone's going right
Yeah.
at their own speed. All right. So-
Cormac is
I want to roll proud.
Yeah, Vidar and Ben are sneaking up to it to eye the situation at
You
first.
gotta get Cormac like a wheelchair.
Yeah, right. A wheelchair powered by
80 years old.
ectoplasm.
He's his 69th birthday is about next month.
Nice.
Yes, canonically that is true.
Yep.
Nice.
That'll be a fun
get him an
session.
ectoplasm
He's just stricken
wheelchair.
with really bad arthritis, so he's older
Oh,
even
sure.
still.
Just jetting around.
All right, so we have some people who would like to make prowl checks for what purpose?
To sneak up and eye the situation out, see if.
Yeah, I want to
we
like
should wait
scout
a
it
little
out
bit.
before the entire host of us gets there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So make your rolls and I'll explain as you're moving.
Can do.
So the fighting is happening on the left-hand side of the canal from you, right? You are, you guys get out of the left-hand side of the canal or the right-hand side?
The left hand.
Okay, so you're going
Whatever
toward.
side gets us close enough.
Yep. So you run down that boardwalk. You both are able to, yes, you're both able to do that stealthily, moving forward. And by the way, Vidar, add an XP for commanding.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are
A playbook, right?
Yep, playbook advancement XP point. You guys move towards this stealthily. The fight is picking up. Not another gunshot, but a lot of clanging going on still. Swords smacking against each other. People yelling out. You have to run past it, is what I'm trying to get towards here. So like to find a way up, unless you'd like to try and climb up something or like wall run up almost.
No, I think sneaking the regular fashion.
Sure.
Slow and steady.
Sure. So you have to go about another 20 some yards past the fight to find a staircase that leads up to the street level. And you're okay with that?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys sneak up there. You get there first. Vidar, you're under a heavy load. So really Ben is the first one to get up there. But you're not far behind. The rest of you guys are trailing, just making it to the staircase as they peer up.
Okay.
What you see? Wow, Zero. You prowl too, Cassius?
Yeah, I
wanna be up
did.
there?
Yeah.
Nice with the 2 5s on
Yeah, I
Zero.
got 2 5s.
So you're
That's
able
fine.
to.
Oh god.
You're not stealthy,
Nice job,
but
man.
you're just able to do it. So you're able to be quiet and move through, just kind of following their lead, imitating them as you do.
Okay, I'm trying to get like pretty close to Ben and like slow him down.
Sure,
so.
sure. You and Ben have the same load, so you are able to kind of keep up with him as well. So I'll say that you and Ben are the first ones to walk up.
Okay.
What you witness is a all-out street battle, and by no means small. We've got about 10 on 10 here.
Holy fuck.
It didn't sound like that at first. People have seemingly come out of the woodwork to join the fight.
I swear, it hasn't worked yet. It hasn't worked. I haven't done it.
Right. On one side, you see people who are dressed in like floaty cloths, and like not light armor, wielding swords. A lot of them having 2 swords. They look Aruvian, and they are spinning around. It's like basically sword fighting everyone they can. They are wearing red sashes around their things, around their armor. And they are probably the red sashes. Go figure. No one seems to be leading this. This just seems to be, a pickup street fight almost between whoever's around. On the other side, you see some people who are fighting with usually 1 sword, but also a couple people that have on heavier armor and pistols. They are dressed in long black flowing coats as well, a little bit more fancy than what a gondolier would wear. You probably can surmise that these are either the lamp blacks or the crows. You're not exactly sure who is in the street fight. No one's friends with each other's here.
Any blue coats at all?
No blue coats yet. So the fight is it's in its infancy here. We're in about the first minute or 2. And everyone's pouring out. There's only 1 body on the ground. It's one of the men in the black clothes. So no one else has fallen just yet. It's squaring up. And now Cobb, you wanted to make an attune check.
Yes.
I wanna help him.
Yeah, can I do one thing before the attune?
Sure.
Can I roll study on their opposition to maybe see if they have any like defining features of like a lamp black versus a crow?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
yeah.
Vidar, you and I should talk.
What the fuck?
Back-to-back double fire.
Nice.
I'll tell you. Let them roll the attune, and I'll tell you.
Okay, go ahead. That's fine.
Because Cobb is for sure not vocalizing his plan.
Oh, okay.
He is just going for it. It's more of a self-preservation thing. He's not like, this'll make more corpses. He's like, I just want it to be done before we get there.
A meta question. Is this like visible? Does like Cobb have to do like a lot of somatic components or like incantations, or can he just do this completely like
attune? It's off
like
the top.
think it.
Yeah.
So if Vidar would have a similar idea and try it, then maybe he can help. Or if he notices something tampering in the astral and assumes it's Cobb, he might think to help as well. But Cobb isn't necessarily being like, this is the plan, guys.
Okay. In that case, I don't think Vidar would pick up on it. He doesn't know enough about like traditional uses of attune to pick up on this. He's more of a tourist.
All right.
Okay.
Desperate standard.
Desperate. Let's go. Man,
but if you succeed,
so close to a fucking trauma.
Desperate great, actually, I'll say.
Okay. And I can use armor to negate a consequence if I need to.
What's the devil's bargain?
Oh yeah. What kind of devil's bargain can I get here for a dice?
Oh god. You are just building a nuclear bomb here.
You can get an extra die. But if you fail the check, the energy of this like fight will arc out and upwards, and it will probably get more people agitated and running out to street level. Any whispers in the area would definitely, like, even if they were not fully attuned, be like, what the fuck? and know what's going on.
Oh my god. Fuck it, I'm just gonna roll straight up.
Straight up.
tune.
Come on.
So you wanted desperate standard or
Desperate
risky?
great.
Desperate great.
Yes.
Desperate great. So I'm marking an XP for the desperate roll.
Yep.
Oh, it's just attempting, not
Yep.
succeeding?
Yeah. Even
Yes,
You
yes.
give it a
Oh,
shot
wow.
if you roll desperate, because you could always change your circumstances with paying stress, so it's like, but stress is such a rare resource.
What are you talking about?
Let's go, baby! Let's go! Holy shit, my
6
heart!
is a definitive success.
My heart! Oh my god!
Cobb, you tell me what you do. What's going on here?
So, Cobb,
What's Matt Mercer's thing? How do you want to do this, right? Yeah.
how do you want to
How
do
you
this?
wanna do
So,
this?
Cobb is he is a slimy, weaselly guy, but he's a student of people. He's a coward, but he's smart, and he's seen enough street fights to know that they're usually just for show. And that means they go long and, and showy. And there's a different sort of street fight you have when you actually want to kill someone. And those tend to be quick and brutal and over in half a second, and then everyone who wasn't involved is running for the hills. And that is the sort of fight he wants, because he wants it to be done before he or anyone he knows can get involved. So he is taking, I suppose he has this mental image of what the ghost field of a showy, bravado-laced street fight looks like, and a mental image of what the ghost field for a blood and sweat and anger street fight looks like. And he just takes what he sees and does a couple of tweaks and lets the ghost field do the
Lets it
rest.
fly. Excellent. So the energy in the air, the dark red energy, flares as you peer into the ghost field, and you hear almost a yelp from almost everyone involved as they rally and start really bringing down like all of their strength. Before they might have been playing quite defensive, you still have only heard a single gunshot. Cassius, the people who are wearing the black cloaks are lamp blacks. You're able to tell by some of their, by some of their decor that they're wearing as you study them harder. So it's lamp blacks versus red sashes. Tale as old as time. And as Cobb manipulates, one lamp black draws a pistol and fires off another shot, striking a red sash right square in the chest. And knocking them dead. This in turn turns the red sashes up. Somebody start a clock on the Berth Black Hats thing. Four ticks. Blue coat intervention.
Okay.
And put one in there with this. The red sashes push back to retaliate. They sprint in with their swords, dodging, dipping, ducking, swinging swords around. They catch a lamp black. Yes, they catch a lamp black. Abby wanted pretzels.
Among Us.
By the throat, and a sword comes in and cuts the throat as he falls backwards. Vidar, this has turned from a street fight to a war scene in your mind. There's
Sorry, Vidar.
no reservation anymore.
I mean, he's more at home in this than he was in a street fight.
You might have had the impression that these people were playing for looks, as Cobb described.
Sure.
This is now an all-out battle for survival.
Ben's
go
ahead.
So people are fighting, right?
Yeah.
The battle shifts and turns, and at some point in time, someone's not going to be looking at a corpse. And I would like Vidar to go and hook one and just yoink.
You run out into the middle of the fight.
No, the fight shifts and moves, and eventually they're not going to be looking at a corpse that's a little more far away from everyone.
Sure.
Well, so to
And I
aid
wanna
with that, Ben's gonna look at Vidar and go, so we're here for corpses, right? Well, let's get them. And Ben's going to look for the most outskirting person that is involved with this violence.
That was a different plan than what I had.
I am well aware.
Can I just get a word?
I want to grab Ben when he goes to run.
Can I just get a word when Cobb and Cormac show up? We were late leaving,
They're there.
and Cormac's. Oh, we're there.
Yep, you guys have made
Nice.
it. As
Okay,
the
then
fire-
I'm gonna toss.
You're like all peering up like over the edge of the staircase.
Around a wall.
Okay, so I am going to mark a load for spirit bottles and a lightning hook. That's 2 of my load,
A lightning hook.
which is
Dope.
it looks a lot like Vidar's whaling hook, only it's got like a little jar of electroplasm attached to it and all kinds of weird like electrochemical stuff. And I'm gonna give 1 jar to Vidar and 1 jar to Cormac, and I have the one that Greg gave me, and
Okay.
scoop the ghost if you can, and don't get hurt.
So
We don't know how to scoop them.
Ben sure as hell doesn't, so I'm glad
We
you
need Briggs to do it.
In a tune check.
Oh, I suppose maybe.
you can try.
Let's focus on
yeah.
getting the corpses
Yeah,
first.
you are certainly able to try.
But I'll make sure I add a
So
spirit
something was
for,
about to
spirit jar.
happen. Ben
Yes,
was going
yes,
to run
yes,
out
yes,
there.
yes.
My gut feeling is that we need a pseudo initiative from Fortune.
Sure.
Okay.
So Ben is trying to run. Vidar is trying to stop him. Load won't.
Can I-
Yeah, I want to snag him before he just yeets himself
Yeah.
into me.
I mean, I said earlier that like I'm kind of like power walking behind
Yeah.
Ben, like, trying to be like, stop, slow down.
You can help Vidar.
Oh no! How many die?
You'll each roll 2.
So wait, are all of us rolling 2 fortune?
No. So
Oh.
Vidar and them, and then
Yes.
Cassius, you will help by giving Vidar a 3rd die. How about
Okay.
that?
Oh.
So.
Do I take stress or no?
No.
Okay. Oh.
You're basically doing this too, just making it easier for rolls.
Oh wow!
Oh my God, everyone!
We're at a
I don't know
so-
how you call that.
So yeah, I'll try my best. So Ben, you go to run out, the bandage falling off your arm as you move forward. Vidar and Cassius reach out to grab you, and they get you by the coat. So they are, in your shirt too, right? So like they didn't get your shoulders,
Yeah.
but they are holding on to you by your clothing. I need a fortune roll. One of my very few.
Does the stealth roll still continue through for this, or not really?
I don't know if the stealth is.
Oh no!
So as you
This is
go
a
out,
Monka S for
as
sure.
you go out into the scene, one of the red sashes notices you. Doesn't run over or anything, but
Yeah.
just catches you out of the corner of their eye. You can see because they're pretty well lit in lamplight.
Yeah.
So they see you. You guys really reached out to grab him. Ben fully exposed himself. And it's kind of a standstill right now. Vidar can maybe roll one of his skills to rip Ben.
I will
back.
want to roll command to really instill into him that this is a dumb fucking decision. Like, Vidar's happy exterior is in soldier mode now, and he's like, get back to your position! Like, he gives him the hardest sergeant's call I've ever heard.
You can
I
roll.
don't even know how I would even stand there.
6.
You were...
You
know.
It rocks you to your core.
6.
Yeah, and you.
I
Can,
don't even get an assist.
You can
against
roll
it.
resistance to not take the effect, but it's got to be a hell of a roll. Because Vidar is very serious now. His jovial nature.
Oh no!
boy.
All right, well that's 5 stress.
Wait, what?
You roll resistance. You take 6 stress minus how much you roll.
I
Just-
thought this was just rolling just to try and. Oh, I hate
Just
it.
do what the big scary Skav tells you to do, man.
Can I retract that stat? I didn't realize that was trying to go for stress.
Yeah, I'll let you do it, but this is the
Okay.
last time.
But yes, no matter what he says, if he says roll resistance, 6 stress is coming with it.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
fine.
for sure.
That is the nomenclature we need to be familiar
You
with.
can smoke an armor instead if you don't want to take the 6 stress, but you still have to, use one of your load.
Yeah, I'll get rid of an armor.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna try and diffuse some tension from the situation and at least gain some reality in it, and be like, Ben, why are you so headstrong on getting in there?
We're here for bodies, and y'all are just fucking around sitting here.
Okay, but they are falling over. We are vultures. We are not predators.
And how long do you think they're gonna just sit there until blue coats come along, and then all those bodies go away?
I agree, but do you see any blue coats right now?
Clang, clang, clang.
Yeah.
We have opportunity. Trust me. All right.
Psst,
Did
Cormac.
anyone see you?
Cormac,
Well, what?
help me get the lights.
Yeah, right.
Can I blow or at least extinguish the lamps in the square?
Yeah, your roll will determine how many you can get.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm helping him or doing stuff with it. I don't know how that works still.
Do you want to?
Yes.
So, electroplasm is like it's demon whale oil. It's
Oh, yeah. No.
it's what passes electricity. You can fuck with it with a tune. So you can either
Yeah. So that's
let me
what I know.
die or make your own roll.
I'll make my own roll.
Okay.
Very cool.
Presumably, Cobb works one side of the street, and then
Yeah. So risky and standard, I guess. I don't really.
Yep, risky standard.
The good old risky standard.
Good old
Nice.
risky standard.
Nice.
Good
A
job.
6 for Cormac.
Yep, Cormac.
You had to shake the dust off the last
Yeah,
time we tried to do the
exactly.
lamp.
Cormac is able to extinguish one side of the street. Yep.
A 3
And-
from Cobb.
Cobb, you're having trouble. You've just put yourself through a pretty strenuous move trying to alter the ghost field around an entire battle. And it's a little hard to focus on the lamps, knowing
Sure.
what you know about the aura around. So the,
Yeah,
the,
a
lamp,
little-
the lamps flicker, but do not turn off on the side of the street, which is
A
obviously.
little shaky, maybe.
But Cormac hit the side you are on, so you guys are in the dark.
Let's go.
Okay.
Pog.
Is that I'm assuming everyone obviously notices that. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's
Okay.
interesting to them.
Everyone, I have an idea.
Clang.
Okay, so everyone saw all the lights go out.
On one side of the street, yeah.
Okay.
They're a little preoccupied though.
I am gonna try and get us bodies and get us out.
Yeah.
If are you okay?
Yeah, everyone
We
get
make
out
it
there, grab as many bodies as quietly as you can, bring them to me, and I'll hook the ghosts into the bottles, but I can't go out there. Just bring the bottles to me, or bring the bodies to me, and I'll hook the ghosts into the bottles.
I think I agree with working, but I want to go loud. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I agree with working quietly. I didn't finish my sentence.
Want to go loud.
Sorry, no. I'm saying I think you should work quietly.
Yes. Sneak out in the dark. Sneak out in the dark, grab a body, haul him back here, and I'll scoop his ghost out.
I think we need to go loud. I think we can keep up the work in the background, but I think what are these buggers scared of more than anything right now?
Hey,
Especially when
Cassius, you're thinking too much. We need to
No.
act. No,
Blue-
I've been on a warfield. You're thinking too much. You're
All
gonna
right.
get bogged down in your foxhole. We need
Vidar.
to move.
All right,
But are
Vidar.
you and me? But are you and me?
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
I want to roll prowl. I want to
over the
sneak.
top.
I'm sneaking.
Yes. I want
I'm
to roll
going-
prowl. I want to sneak into this fight. I
I
don't
wanna
want.
go
I'm going right. I'm going right there.
Add a tick to the clock because of the lamps going out.
Okay.
Oh shit! That's yep. I got it.
Okay.
Okay, so explain to me what the goal is here.
So the lights are all out.
On one
There's
side of the street, the other side is
Yeah.
still lit up.
Sure.
Mhm.
So they're all fighting. None of them have lights on them. So it's really, really dark now. And we're going to use that to our advantage. We're going to sneak up. We're all wearing various dark clothing as well. We're just going to sneak up, and the corpses are going to slither away into the dark, and no one's going to be the wiser.
Okay.
That's the
Cobb is
goal.
gonna
That's
scoop
the goal.
their- scoop
Yes.
their
Okay.
ghost teeth
Okay.
out.
I have a fail safe if you guys
Okay, sure.
accidentally show
So
yourself.
the bodies that are now down are not on the outskirts of the fight. They are in the inside of the fight.
Actually,
Well,
I-
assumingly the fighters have now moved
move
towards the
around.
lights, so
Uh,
they can see their opponent.
I-
Right? They retreat to one side, so there's got to be some corpses that aren't
quick,
in the
quick
middle
There's
of the
only a
fight.
question.
couple so far. corpse.
On the
That's
other
that's all we
side-
need, man.
Sure.
On the other side of the street, the lights aren't out. How well? So what's the distance? What's the distance from us to the nearest corpse?
It's hard to tell. Like Vidar said, the fight is still ongoing. They're shifting
Yeah.
around a little bit. The main corpses that went down were the ones that were sort of leading the charges in the fight,
Yeah.
right? So like they have gone down sort of in the middle, in the thick of it. If you want to roll survey or study, you might be able to pick out one that's like closer or easier to grab.
So just double checking, rolling without any ticks does not cause stress, correct?
No, you.
It would just be like disadvantage,
yes,
right?
you roll like disadvantage in 5e.
Okay.
Yes,
Can I roll survey as well?
definitely can.
Oh,
I'm gonna push myself. 2 stress to get an extra dice on this.
Yep. Fair enough.
Nice, Ben. Very nice. Very nice, Ben.
Not to be a 5.
All right. So Ben, you are able to sort of pick out where one fallen crow who has been chopped from shoulder to hip is sort of out of the fray a little bit, in the dark a little bit. There's
Okay.
still enough residual light casting that an exceptionally perceptive person might be able to see. But you surmise that this one might be a decent one to grab. Vidar, you are just too focused on the fighting form of this to lock in on any particular corpse. You're looking, but it's more intriguing to you to see how these Aruvian sword fighters are going at it against people with guns. It's incredibly fascinating the way they dip, dodge, duck, and dive, and get off sword kills against people that have guns and clubs and things like that. So you're just kind of like, oh shit, whoa, But yeah.
I'm gonna look to the group. So I'm gonna point out the one corpse. That corpse right there should be the easiest one to get. As for the other corpses, I can maybe get one that's in a bit of a that's not as easy to get. But if I do what I think I might have to do in this situation, you don't get to ask questions, and we get the hell out.
All right. Fuck. So I got something to say actually. They're fighting because of me. I made them all. I gave them all a little extra juice to turn the fight up, and I thought it'd be over before we get here.
What the
I
hell
think
do you
we-
mean?
I think I'll explain it.
Don't ask questions.
I'll explain it later, but I think we might be able to do the same thing, but to make them scared. They've taken lives now.
Oh.
The fight's getting bad. I think I can maybe make them all realize that they're fucked and run.
That works.
I have a better one in mind. You say there are demons walking around in Crow's Foot, right? What if we gave them one to fear?
They'll shoot it. I'm telling you, I'm in their brains, making them fight for their lives right now.
Cobb, can
Unless
you
I
cue
tell
with
them.
me?
What?
Can you match my cue?
I can try.
I'm gonna step out. Can you
Cobb-
cue at the
Cobb-
same time?
You might catch a stray bullet. But
Vidar.
I love
It's
how
worth
when
it to
I
have a
love
lot
how
for
when I
Vidar
get pulled
patience.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am like a second away from just rolling, prowling,
Okay,
going.
it's worth it for the reward.
You're
And
right.
I'm gonna
Cobb,
put
I'll
my
give you a
on
hand
Vidar's
I won't
shoulder
stop you,
and
bro.
say,
Okay.
I know. I'm.
I'll give you a
Alright.
hand too, Cobb. By the way,
Yes.
I'll give you a dice.
I want to put my hand on
stress.
Vidar's shoulder and say, "You got me if things go wrong."
So Cormac
What's
is
the madam
Yeah.
doing? What's the madam doing? All right.
She's still
The
very
madam is just. I can't do anything. What the
can
fuck
shoot a
am I
gun.
supposed to do?
You can shoot a gun.
Talk
Yeah,
them?
everyone can
Talk
pull a
them to
trigger.
death?
Yeah, you can swing a sword and shoot a gun for sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to though.
All right.
Okay.
okay.
Alright.
So Cormac is going to give Cobb a hand to.
Yep.
One
I marked the stress.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Cobb.
Okay. Can I, as Cobb is trying to whip up this interference, I want to burst into the ectoplasm light and from the dark side of the street, and I want to try and call out with the biggest booming my voice can handle to a degree to say, "Gentlemen, this has gone to their business now. There's blue coats on the way.
No,
and you
I
need to
roll
be-
prowl. I'm not backing this plan.
Yeah,
I roll prowl. I'm
right
going
there
for
with-
this.
Right there with him.
What's my peony?
Okay.
But yeah. Vidar and Ben are
it's-
sneaking.
It's desperate again.
Yep.
Effect is standard.
Yep.
Everyone's role is desperate at this point. So
Hey,
I'm
everyone
handing
get-
out free XP. Take it if you want it.
Okay.
So
Yep.
So this is gonna be obviously desperate for me.
5,
so-
6, 5. All right, cool.
I'm gonna
go.
I'm gonna roll prowl, and I want to push myself again for another dice.
You may 2 stress.
Okay, so is this desperate? What's my effect for this?
What you're trying to get their attention?
I am trying to get their attention and basically say there's blue coats on the way.
Okay, standard.
Okay. What's my devil's bargain here?
There it is.
You get shot if you fail.
You know, part of me really wants.
I'll
to
give you
take
2
it.
options. You get shot, or the clock fills and the blue coats show up.
And the blue coats do.
No.
All right. So one doesn't make me a liar. Where's the fun in it?
I wish I could get the clock up on the stream. I have to figure out a way to do that.
I was gonna say we have.
You might be able to, if you pull up our sheet on it, if you have space on a monitor somewhere, you can pull up our sheet and just take like a
I'll
box
do
capture or
something
whatever.
else.
I
We'll figure
will. I will
something out.
take the bargain. I will take
Which
the bargain, but with the clock fills.
With the clock.
Oh my god.
I love
Because
this
this
so
is all
much.
gonna happen simultaneously. I just want.
Yup,
to
yup, yup.
Yep.
I additionally push myself on this.
You can do whatever you'd like to do.
Okay, so this is sway 3 with 2 bonus die. This is very important. This-
Sway 3 with 2 bonus die. Oh my god.
Jesus.
You know what? I rolled a 6 on my prowl. I'm just gonna leave.
We're so
Guess who failed his stealth roll?
We're so fucked. Oh my god.
Well, the Berth Black Hats was nice on last day.
Yeah, right.
so bad.
Catch us next week.
All right.
Deep.
You guys
breath.
remember that character art we wanted commissioned about all
Yeah.
of us dead?
All right.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, let's do the rundown real quick.
So, almost simultaneously, you all act. Cassius hops up around the wall. At the same time, Vidar and Ben go for the body. And Cobb reaches out into the ghost field to try and wrangle in with the help of Cormac, to try and wrangle in the emotion. That is the best part of the plan. they are able to reach out to the fiery red energy and try and instill a sense of fear into all the people fighting. That effect carries over to you as you are now part of this. Cassius runs out and tries to yell out and stammer, "Blue coats are..." What do you say, actually? You tell me.
I say blue coats are on the way. Gondoliers are giving you the info. We just want to help the corpses, and we're out of here.
So, unfortunately, blue coats is a bad word for these people. Gondoliers work in the canal. They don't touch the surface. It does not go over well.
Okay.
So the clock will fill, and we'll get to that. To
Okay.
Vortex. So blue coats are coming.
The blue coats are coming.
Do we hear like the sound of like
Vidar, with a
marching?
6, you move. Oh, there it is. Look at that.
Hey.
Beautiful.
With a 6 on your prow, you move like a cat. You're a big man with a heavy load, but you are cruising through. This is, battle tactics, training.
Oh yeah. He was a skirmisher.
Surviving in the prison yard. You lock onto this body. The Aruvian sword art doesn't interest you anymore. You're a man on a mission. You snag this corpse. Ben, you follow behind, but you can't move as quickly. And red sashes start to notice you as some bounced light catches you as you run out, and you're quite the demeaning figure as well.
Oh yeah.
But they don't see you, Vidar. You grab the man by the coat.
Oh no, I sink the hook into his clavicle and I pull him out.
Yep.
I don't fuck around with grip strength.
He offers you little to no resistance as he has been cut from shoulder to hip, and is already deceased and bled out.
All right.
Which
My
one
goal
of-
is to get him to an alleyway that is generally secluded, and then to try and back this fucking dumbassery.
Right, you got to get him to Cobb. Because unless you want.
Well, we got 3 days to get him to come.
Yeah, that's
right. At the
true.
moment, I'm just getting him out of the.
That's also true. Yes.
Out of the.
I guess you could also take it back to Griggs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm getting it out of the fight. We'll deal with the rest
Right.
later.
But as I told Ben Woods not too long ago, you can't get that far for free. So you run out, sink the hook into him, and start dragging him back towards either an alley or I'll give it up to you. Do you want to go back to the canal or do you want to try and get into an alley?
I imagine it is easier for me to just get him to an alley that's out of sight generally than it is to try and make my way towards an advantageous position like the canal. So I'm getting him out of the fray so that I can turn right back around and be ready to do whatever is about to happen.
Sure. As you go out there, you notice that there are more corpses available. The fighting has progressed, but
sure, I got my one. I'm
yep.
This is
cool. Just letting you know.
Okay, thank you.
So the aura, affects the fight once again. We really see Cobb coming into his own here. Add an XP. Vidar add an XP.
Thank you.
So you guys are able to get this done. Ben, maybe you are. Where are you going at this point?
Well, seeing as Vidar's going for the one that was the easy one, and also that he's been kind of noticed.
No, he hasn't been. You have.
No, that I've been
Yes.
noticed. Yeah. No. Let's cause a little mayhem. I'm going to look back at the group, and I'm going to say, "You don't get to ask." And under my breath, I'm just going to whisper "speed," and I'm going to bolt for the next corpse that's in a risky thing.
Who's echoing?
It's you.
I don't think it's me.
It's
is
Hammy. It's coming.
Oh.
Check 1, check 2.
Check one. No.
No, it's you're lighting up green, Hammy. Oh no, it's Jacqueline.
Oh, it's Jacqueline.
Oh, Jacqueline.
It's me.
A lot of fingers were pointed.
Look, we're all very tense right now.
We're all trying to figure out who did this.
We're all trying
We are
to
about
figure
to get to that point of my spiel. I was trying to figure out who did this.
Cassius, you have the best view. As Ben is trying to charge in, Vidar is moving dutifully back to an alley with the body, man on a mission. You see the people start to flee. You watch a red sash rip the sword out of a heart of one of the one of the lamp blacks as he falls dead. You watch a crow finish off a red sash on the ground with a gunshot to the head, across the pavement or the cobblestone, and then they start running into various alleys. Some of them run right past you and give you like a shove as you go by. Do you do anything to them or?
Can I finesse to try and trip one of them?
Yeah, you could try that.
Okay.
I don't know why you would, but there are crows coming at you, by the way. The red sashes are retreating up the street. The crows are coming back the street.
Okay. Is this risky standard?
Yeah, risky standard seems about right for this.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
You trip a guy as he runs by. He clambers up, tries to keep going, but you definitely fell him. And he starts cussing at you. Fucking get the fuck out of my way.
Okay.
That
All
was
right.
the whole intention.
No, but that happened. Anyway, that's fine.
All right. Gonna boot knife him.
No, not yet. All right.
Cane sword.
He's tripped and he's on the ground. I am going to look around. Can I just look around? Is anybody left?
Yeah, about being left. You start hearing bells start ringing. Ping, ping, ping. A few of you know what these are. These are the ways that you summon blue coats. From the direction that the red sashes ran off to, you can see a cart rolling down the street with lamps on it, and this is most likely a blue coat patrol. Desperately running to this thing. You see that they get into a quick little skirmish with a red sash that's been soloed off, and they beat him down with clubs. As much as the red sash tried to get out of the situation, the blue coats are a deadly force as well, and they hit the sword out of his hand and and they keep moving up. A few of them keep moving up the street. There's about 6 in all. Vidar, you catch this as you drag down the alley. Ben, you see this as you're running in to try and chase down people who are running away. Cassius, you have a good view of it. Cobb, you can see it.
Do I have a chance to act?
Yeah.
So they're moving up the street, so there's lights over there.
Yeah.
Okay, is it possible to make one of the lights explode on the cart and set it on fire?
Yeah, that
To
is
distract
a
them?
risky limited for sure. That's gonna be quite. You're gonna have to really nail that
Fuck it, baby.
to get it to throw fire.
Um,
4. The lamp
Can-
explodes. It doesn't catch anything on fire,
But it like
glass
draws
shards hit the blue coats.
Okay, all right.
And,
I take that,
yeah,
and as that
definitely
occurs, I want to hook another corpse and like in a stage whisper, go get the fuck out of here.
distracting. Sure. So this scene is incredible. All of you are just almost in amazement if you're paying attention to Vidar. Vidar runs out the first time, hooks one of the corpses, rips it back into an alley. Before anything can crazy happen, the Blue Coat Patrol happens. He looks up at a lamp, detonates it with his mind, runs out and goes to grab another, throwing stealth to the wind at this point to get it done fast enough, but grabs another with the hook or with your hand.
No, the hook.
Hooks another, and
If
then
I can
yells-
grab one of my team members with my hand, I would like to do that.
Ben, you're a little further
out
up,
of here.
Bren, you're a little further up the road.
Grab me.
yeah.
Am I close enough to grab a body?
Ben-
I grab Cormac
No,
and I
you're
bring
a
him
little
with me.
further away.
I pick him up.
and you got the
Ben
guy
was
picks at you at your feet.
His old bones.
Ben was sprinting for a couple of corpses.
Yeah, so are you corpses or people? I
corpses.
thought you. Okay. So
No,
yeah.
I was going for the corpses because that's what I was
sure.
told we were here
There's
for.
a couple more on the ground around you, sashes and
Yeah.
and lampblacks alike. You want to grab one?
How far away are the after seeing the glass explode? How far away are the lamp or not the lamp blacks?
Blue coats?
The blue coats.
50
Yeah.
yards. They definitely see you.
Yep.
Okay.
On that. Okay, so I'm just gonna say strength, and I'm gonna pick up 2 corpses and jog back to the group.
You are out of services. You have not created a new, so strength does not help.
Damn it!
So
All right, then I'm just gonna drag one back as
Can
fast.
can I run for one and start dragging it, and I'm done here?
Mhm. As
Okay.
you go, make me a prowl check.
Sure thing. My untrained skill. Yes.
Oh my god!
Oh my
I just
God.
One.
The lamp black
well,
you
actually,
trip. Or go ahead.
yeah. Okay.
could resist it.
I know I'm saying I don't want to resist it, but I know I failed the prowl. But I guess I was thinking about this like as I was setting up for it. Sorry, I already rolled. I'll play with it. But I want to try to like play it off like I'm not trying to be sneaky. Like I'm trying to go about my business.
Right.
I'm
The
a gondolier, damn
prowl
it.
was more to like not get
Seen.
grabbed by this guy.
Okay.
And he grabs your foot and trips you, and you fall to your smack your chin against the cobblestone.
Okay.
Yelping out. No harm or anything like that.
Okay.
But it's not a full on attack. But
Can I call to him really quick? What is your problem, sir?
You fucking tripped me is my problem. You see him trying to fumble for something as you struggle to get up quickly. Your chin screaming. You bit your tongue.
Oh boy. All right, that's not pleasant.
Can I say? Do I see this happen?
You're a little preoccupied moving about.
Okay, no, fair enough. That's why I just asked.
Okay.
Cormac, Cobb, Madam Corvus, anything?
I'm being carried by Vidar.
Oh, so
He's the one I grabbed.
Okay, yeah, so Cormac.
So I haul him and the corpse off to the
Because
alley.
I'm not getting out of here if I'm running. There's,
Okay, yeah.
there's no
Yeah,
way.
he's hobbling if he moves quickly.
I
So
feel like
Vidar
that should
picks
be
him
a
up and
check, but
accelerates
I'm
the front.
just gonna let it happen. It's all
There are-
everyone's willing here. I think that's good enough.
Can
Vidar's,
The coats are on a cart.
yeah,
Mhm.
they rolled in on like a cart.
I have an
Are they
idea.
are they off the cart now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them are trying to get glass out of their eyes and hats.
I have it. Sorry, go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead.
Yeah, I
the
wanna get this
cart-
through.
Hold by goats, the classic.
Sure, yeah.
Can I spook them?
How are you gonna try and spook him?
Axie.
I don't know. It's like a classic, like animals are more in tune with spirits sort of thing, right? Can I just like, give them a little push?
You can't necessarily manipulate the mind of them. You could try
Okay.
to play off something on the field if you wanted to, but like you can't just you can't artificially
Make-
create the effect.
Make like a
them
pop,
think
like a loud
okay.
noise.
a gunshot.
Yeah.
Right. I just want to make it clear that a tune just isn't like mind control.
Yes, right. I
yeah.
suppose in my head I was thinking like just I don't know. Okay. Okay, then I don't have any good ideas.
Okay. Can I call to the man that just tried to grab at me? I want to say, you fool, listen, you need to play dead or these blue coats are going to kill me and you.
I'm fucking running, and he gets up.
No. Oh.
Do you want to do it?
Can I mean, is he just going to keep running, or can I make a sway to like...
Trip him again.
You can make a sway as he tries to get
Okay.
up. Or you could trip him again. That's an option too.
Is it just risky standard? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right, it's over today. It's over. All right.
Tears out of there, man.
I'm running too.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try and get up and run away. Done here.
All right, which way are you going?
I am going to just run back towards the gondolas.
Okay, so at the gondolas, in my mind, I have Cobb and Madame Corvus, still kind of like at half street, half water level. Up on street level, a little bit out and towards an alley, I have Vidar and Cormac and Ben. You guys are up on the street level, hiding in an alley. The blue coat's about 50 yards away from you. Cassius, you are further back down the street, so you could like jump down because like the canal is under a bridge, so you could like jump off this bridge and get down to canal level. You could jump into the water, you could try to climb down, or you could run right at the blue coats, take a sharp right, head down the stairs. Up to you.
So you're saying if I jump down, I can circumnavigate the blue coats in some capacity?
Potentially.
Can I roll finesse to try and get a little bit more of a gracious landing? I'm sorry, I'm having like a hard time picturing like what.
Yeah,
this looks like.
I wish I had a map.
Okay, no, you're fine.
You went back down the street south, right? You are currently standing on a small bridge that goes over the canal.
Okay.
Directly under you is water. The canal's kind of wide. On the side closer to the blue coats, which is further up north, we'll say, at water level, you have Cobb and Madame Corvus.
Okay.
They see you. You can jump off into the water. You could try to run up a little bit and get down the stairs that lead to where they are. Or you could run full sprint and try to get to where the other three people are in the alley, which is further up the street north.
Could I
or you could run the other way.
Could I like maneuver down the side of the bridge to get to the boardwalk with finesse?
Yeah, you could try. It's a pretty good, it's a pretty sizable bridge.
How far is the drop?
10 feet.
Okay, I might do that. I
mean, if you're
can't be too bad. I might just get a little bit hurt.
If you're jumping, wouldn't that be prowl?
Well, I mean,
yeah, it does kind of seem like a prowl check, but what's finesse?
Oh, I forget that prowl is literally anything else like that.
Yeah, it's kind of. Okay, it seems definitely like a prowl check.
Sorry, no, I thought like movement and stuff was encompassed in finesse.
Something.
Sorry, finesse more like sleight of hand stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, did we just untrained prowl jump off the bridge? So I think at this point...
Well, I assume you can jump for free. It's just if you want to control your descent, you need
That's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Not exactly
What happens if I just jump off of it and don't roll anything?
I'll tell you what happens.
I don't like that. Well, pretty much we've had all dog rolls today, so what can it hurt just doing one more? I'll roll prowl, and I'm gonna try and scale my way down.
Oh yeah, scale. Okay, you want to climb?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to like try and scale down the side of the bridge. Can I attempt for a bonus die to call down to the people on the water and say, like, can you help?
Yeah. Whether or not Cobb and Madam Corvus here is kind of up to them, though. Do you guys? Are you guys
I
able
don't
to
know.
help in that situation?
You know what? I will mark a load for climbing gear.
Yes, I was hoping one of
Is
you.
that something I would realistically bring?
No, but
Probably
you have it now.
not.
If you
Like,
want.
No, I want to be honorable about that sort of thing. I don't think I would bring climbing gear, but you know what I might have is burglary gear, which probably includes at least a rope, right?
Sure.
Okay. I
So
will mark a load.
They won't give you a bonus die for that, but they can
Okay.
help you if things go south.
Sure.
Okay,
I will
so you-
mark a load for burglary. Or burglary gear. I'm at 3 now, and I will throw one end of a length
Okay.
of rope up to you to fasten somewhere
Okay,
or
so
hook.
Oh, that will give you a bonus die then. If you're doing
okay.
that, I thought you were
Can I
using
do
it as like
that
a
then?
catch-all. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'll try
No.
and fashion like I guess like a hook
Just
just
a
to like
quick
grab
loop,
onto
yeah.
some loop to like
Sure.
slowly move down from
The
thing to
blue
thing.
coats are moving down the street rapidly now. You are in
Okay.
plain sight. Vidar
How does it?
and crew are further away.
How
in the
does it work
shadows.
if you have 0 dice and a bonus
You
die?
roll it, and it'll ask you for bonus die, and just put 1.
Oh, yes! Alright! We're
The rocks are
good!
back. The rocks are back.
Huge.
All right, Cassius, explain to me how it works? How do you get
I'm
down?
gonna try and just wipe the blood from my lip for a second and get a running start over to the bridge and vault down, calling down to Cobb for some aid. As I guess he's just gonna launch up a backpack of some sort to me. I'll try and catch it and
Rope.
take the hook and move down
Shimmy
quite a
down.
few scales and go down and
Sure.
just land gracefully.
It's expertly done. It's expertly done somehow. And
Somehow, yeah.
and you're
My
able,
only
the
successful...
adrenaline coursing through you guides you through this precarious situation, and you're able to get back down to where the other two are, the Madam and Cobb, and you all look at each other with some very worried looks as the blue coats start
I'm gonna
tearing up the
spit.
street.
I'm gonna spit some blood on the ground and be like, "The other 3 are still up on the road, but they have cargo. We need to help them."
Bing, 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 bing. Bells are going off.
Well, by this point in time, has Vidar not made his way back? He's not being actively pursued.
Yeah.
So you dragged your corpses into an alley that doesn't necessarily connect without going back to the street. Does that make sense? So you could either push further down the alley to try and find an outlet to get back down to canal level, but then you're running down an alley blind.
Ooh. Does Cormac remember this alley?
Ooh.
I did pick him up like a bride on her wedding day.
Quick, take a left.
What roll would you make? Because that seems like a straight up fortune to me.
That sounds fortune to me. I'm in.
That's gambling, baby.
I'll give you 1 die unless you want to push or devil's bargain or anything like that.
What's the devil's bargain?
Oh my god.
Let's hear it. We're always ready to hear it.
Oh, we're here.
Yeah, right.
Right.
We don't have to accept, but we just want to hear.
If you fail, you roll 3 or lower, you will think that you know this alley.
Oh.
And it will lead you somewhere quite scary.
All right, no, it's just 2 roll fortune.
Okay.
Just regular one. Number of dice 1. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not familiar.
Good
Not
thought,
familiar.
though, good thought.
You
Thank
look
God.
around, you try to take in the sights. It's been a long time since you've been over here, since you lived here.
All right. Well,
Um,
part of being a skirmisher is that like you're gonna get separated and you got to learn to survive on your own. So Vidar's gonna keep pushing into the alley and just see where he comes out and make do of that when he
two
finds out.
two bodies in tow.
Yes. So he
Alright.
puts Cormac down and he hoists one over his shoulder and he's got the other one hooked. And
Okay.
he's moving very slowly,
moving
so Cormac's
slowly.
probably at an equal speed to him.
Ben,
Yep.
you have 1 body as well, correct?
yes, but with so how long does that speed bonus last? Because I never asked for like a finite thing, so I don't know if that's just like a burst or if it's like a couple seconds.
It's still sort of persisting. The effects are lingering.
Yeah.
But this is definitely you can move quickly, but the body's still heavy, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's basically like moving normal speed because I'm just dragging something.
Sure. Yep, that's fair. And you're
Uh,
moving up the street.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys push down the alley. Canal crew, what are you doing? You are
I think we
officially
just,
separated.
I think we just
Split the
Go.
party.
I think we go and circle back. I mean, Vidar, he's resourceful, right? He can look after himself. We just got to get out of here for
certainly
now.
not getting into any running from the blue coats or any of that business. So I would agree. with
From
that.
here on out, we're gondoliers, all right?
Yep.
Yeah, from
Yep.
here on
I
out,
think
that's-
I think we just got to move, and we'll circle back for him. Some other time.
As if divined, Griggs and Carson pull up behind you with the gondolas.
Right, we gotta go quick. Fight went tits up. Blue coats are there now, and we gotta scramble.
Where Griggs looks at you, he says, "Where is Vidar, Cormac, and Ben?" He remembers all their names.
They're still working it out in there. I think there's danger between them and us, but Vidar's resourceful. It'll be okay in there. We just gotta clear out for now, and I think head back to base or something, lay low for a little while, and then we can come back.
I'm gonna push back a little bit. We came here for those bodies, Cobb.
So can I?
Crap.
You're
So
not.
how does doing a flashback work? That's my question.
You ask for
Oh
it.
yes!
Yes, there. I was wondering if someone was gonna pull
Great!
a flashback, and
So-
I was gonna
Great
suggest
thought.
it. You tell me
Great
what you'd like to do, and then I tell you what it'll cost, basically.
I'm gonna call for a flashback, and knowing we're going here on somewhat of risky business,
Tom
Ben
Cruise
will
slides out in his underwear.
Yeah, Ben will pull Cobb aside and go, "Listen, I doubt it'll happen, but if it does, rendezvous near the market at Raz's tent. You know the location just as much as I do."
That's
That
a
is
hell of a
far
ways
away.
off.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll call
Somewhere
for-
like
I'll
the
call-
next
yeah.
block over.
Yeah, no, I'll call
That's
for.
a hell
no,
of
I'll
a
call
ways
for
off.
I'm sorry, since I've been around the area so much looking for clues.
Right. Well,
I'll say an area that is closer.
pick an intersection. in
Yeah,
the dock
basically.
somewhere near
Between
the
6th and 7th or something.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's one stress.
Okay.
You don't need to roll for it. You can just have it.
All right. They know where they're going. We'll meet them at the rendezvous.
If they don't show up in an hour, though, we need to
Sure.
go help.
Sure, we'll take the rooks and go back and get them. But
As you discussed, the
If
blue
they show up in an hour, we're allowed to go home.
We're legally allowed to
The
leave.
blue coats peer over down the stairs and say, "And what business is this?"
I'm gonna call back up. Gondoliers, just fishing.
All right. Well, there's gonna be some corpses up here soon. Did you see where the lads ran off to? I watched someone jump off the bridge.
All right, it's time for cloak and dagger. All right.
Cassius,
Alright.
spit your
Cassius, you were
game.
not wet. You made it down effortlessly.
Good, very
Yep.
good. Some bloke fell in the drink off the other side of the bridge.
What, you swim out or something?
Do you see many people survive swims in these canals?
Well, it's just water.
Alright, well, he's probably still under there. I haven't seen him surface.
All right. Well.
Sir, actually, sir,
Go ahead.
I'm sure at least one of you noticed up there, being the good officers that you are. But I thought I heard footsteps going off, and I want to direct them, the opposite way of the alley that Vidar and them went in.
I want to
Sure.
second that, yeah.
I heard footsteps and shouting and that sort of thing.
That sounds like a sway check, Cobb.
Can I assist him with one, or from
How
the
do
first
you
part, or
assist?
no? Okay. I mean, at least I just want to like elaborate on his story. I said some son of a bitch tripped me and cut my lip. Yeah.
Trip to gondolier. All right. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll it.
Nice.
Do you
so
want to smoke?
What are they kicking puppies too?
You want to smoke
Yeah.
a stress for that, Cassius, and then
Oh.
I was gonna say.
How close are you to a trauma?
That's the only
I'm
way you
too
can
off.
help, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am 2 off. The thing is I would get 4d6 with this because it is to diffuse suspicion. I would assume like this is.
No, this is misdirection.
It's deflect suspicion or it's a confuse or deflect suspicion. We're confusing them. Like
No, Cobb's goal is explicitly to direct them away from.
yeah, I guess
Vidar.
they're not suspicious
I'm not.
of us. They're
Yes,
just talking to us.
I'm not
Okay,
trying to
okay.
get them confused. I specifically want them to go that way.
All right,
not
go ahead.
That
You do
way.
you.
Okay.
You do you.
Okay. Cobb's signature blend of ass kissing and misdirection. Risky standard.
Risky great.
Come on,
this
baby.
could definitely throw off the.
Come
the
on, baby. 6,
Oh,
let's
my
go!
Cobb with the sway checks today. Excellent, Cobb. This has been a great job for you. You
Survival, man. That's what
Yeah.
he's good at.
Blue coats. Is that true? Is that true? All right, we'll go find him. So they tear off the complete opposite way that Cassius. This is very impressive that you just watched Cobb do this, by the way. And same with you,
you
Matt.
picked
It's
up
like,
on this.
what the hell?
Can I call to the blue coats before they leave? I want
Yeah.
to say one thing. You need someone to take care of the corpses up there.
They'll find their way in the drink eventually. You can pick them up.
Could I mean we could
I don't
help.
think they're gonna stop us. Yeah.
Yeah, could we help? We got nothing better to do.
I mean, you're welcome. They're already gone. They left at this point, so they
Yeah.
called back, but they're chasing their lead. All right, go ahead.
Vidar first.
It's back to the
Maybe.
alley crew.
Okay.
This is stressful.
Yep.
Vidar already under a heavy load, also carrying 2 bodies. One soldier carried, one held by a hook. Huffing and puffing and just, all the determination that a man can muster. It's very fucking impressive. As he drags.
Scavs are hard motherfuckers.
It leaves a trail of blood. Blood comes down his greatcoat. And just, God, what a scary looking dude. The
Quick
Grim
question,
fucking Reaper,
oh, yeah.
for all intents and purposes.
Are any of the corpses like we say we grabbed corpses?
They're all completely dead.
Okay, that's what my question was. Yeah.
If you want
Just
to
don't want to have one scream while we're carrying.
No, these ones are dead. You can't see the wisps of ghosts yet. They're so fresh. So you are dragging them down a strip, belabored. Cormac maybe trying to keep an eye. Ben trying to keep an eye.
Yep.
And you guys
Can I
go ahead.
can I suggest to Cormac as I'm hauling and huffing and go, do you have any ghost friends around here that can help us get to where we need to go?
Your gait is impressively realistic.
Yes. yeah. So it's not a standard pull. He haul and step, haul and step.
All right. Yeah, of course. I thought just let me make a call real quick. I guess he's just gonna like hobbling. Use the cobblestones. Yeah. So I guess
Yeah.
can I like attune
To
and
send
like
out a
reach
message.
out. Kind of like, not like message, but like kind of like
Or just
reach out
talk to
to
a ghost.
Your
a ghost nearby. Anyone really. Anyone who's like active around. Any ghost is active and around because
That will help. Not a demon.
Be careful.
So
you know, I
want
don't
to
care.
all right, so describe to me, oh good god, describe to me the nature of your beacon that you're trying to launch with your attune check.
So Cormac's gonna launch like a pulse and kind of reach out, see if he can reach in and like get pings like the radar thing on submarines.
Okay.
Like
To see, like to sense,
to see to sense anyone around like
Sonar?
this way and then like
Lead
see
us
if you
to
can
a
help.
helpful
Yeah, lead us to
spirit.
someone the helpful spirit. Yeah.
Man, desperate limited. Take an XP.
Let's go.
All
All right.
Trying something like this.
Okay. Well, there's. an
What's the
XP
devil's
there.
bargain?
Yeah. What's my
It's
devil's
not
bargain?
my roll, I won't say.
You don't want to know.
We actually find a
really
demon.
don't want to know what the devil's bargain is on this.
So
The devil's
attune,
bargain is a devil.
It's a demon.
Desperate.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, right.
desperate risky, desperate limited.
Desperate limited. This is basically that
Nice.
you will need a 6.
I'm gonna use some stress to give myself a die.
Push.
And that devil's bargain.
Do not.
I'm so tempted.
Do it.
Pepe
That's what we're
hands.
here for.
Do not. Don't do it, man.
That's what we're here for.
You can
do
ask.
It.
I mean,
What's the
that's,
devil's bargain?
if you fail this check, a force of an occult nature will attack.
Oh,
The
do
beacon,
it.
the
That's so-
beacon you project will basically convey how dire this situation is,
Ooh, they're gonna
and
jump.
vengeful
Yeah.
spirits will jump and attack.
Oh, do it. It's so cool.
So Cormac loves to gamble, but he also does know the dangers
Vidar
of.
sweating. Ben,
He also
knows
does know
when
the
to
dangers
fold.
of the ghosts. Like, so it's okay.
so you're not gonna take it?
No.
No.
I've got a question. How many? Oh, let's
Let's
go!
go! You and me, baby! You and me!
Let's go.
You and
Ben,
me!
you had a question of some sort, or does it not matter?
It slightly does, but do the alleys like is it just like one long alley, or are we taking like branches after?
It's
branches
like
after
it's the
branches?
intersection between two buildings, and it will lead out to another street similar to what you just saw.
Okay. I want to take just a second, stick my hand in whatever wounds this guy has, and make it look like we dragged a different body a different direction.
That will take a good amount of time. You are welcome
I was gonna
to
say I don't
it.
know if it's
You are welcome to it. But there's
I
not like veering past, like you're in between two buildings, so it's like the
Yeah.
end you came in on and the end you will walk
so
out
well.
on.
Is
So
his,
you could like try and lead it to a door that's in the alley, like it's probably locked because it's Crow's Foot.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that because
The
I don't know how
unfortu-
long his.
I
spirit
will
stings
add
are gonna take.
before you take the time to do this. The unfortunate thing is that Vidar is dragging someone that has been shot and
But
hauling
it makes it look
someone
like
that
we
has
went
been
different
cut to hit.
directions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is
You can do it.
Ben with us? I thought
Yep.
he was on his own.
No, Ben's in the alley crew.
Oh.
Yep. Nope. I'm gonna do that to make it look like we went different directions.
All right. You
Now we're not in the same track. Okay.
now your progress has almost halted as Ben goes.
No,
through it.
no,
All right,
no.
you two soldier on. Okay, but you're
Yeah,
moving very slow.
I'm not stopping.
Yes.
This is dumb.
You're moving.
Vidar makes
slow.
that known. We
Um,
need to keep moving and get out of enemy territory.
So
Well, how long is this stupid communion gonna take?
So
Communion.
to that
It takes
Rock.
instantly.
Do you know what things are?
The first Sunday of the month already.
Cormac pushes out, calling for help. He is a legend of these streets. He is been living on Crow's Foot. His game happens in Crow's Foot. He is also being vetted by the Reconciled. So they have an interest in him. With all those factors in mind, two ghosts emerge from the walls. They float in, fully formed. One of them looks like a Scav soldier. One of them looks like an aristocrat of some sort.
So I trust Cormac, but I do unhook the one corpse and just have the hook ready.
Sir.
Uh-huh.
And they go, "Is that Cormac?" "Yes, it's Cormac O'Doherty."
Hello, how are you doing? We really need some help here. Any sort of business, any safe distance, safe journey to the docks, the best way possible, avoid as many people as possible. We need to get these corpses back to where we're going.
Ben did tell you guys where the meeting point is. If we
Right.
Yeah.
That's been established.
But if we can get to the docks, it's even better.
No, meeting point.
Meaningful. Okay.
The docks are also very far away. We're in a
corner of
district.
7th and 6th.
Ben
if you can get
is
us there.
painting blood on this door.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll scout ahead for you. And they
Thank you,
It will
thank you,
take a
gentlemen.
second. Okay, so that's fine.
back into the wall. You guys labor on, moving forward. You know, Cormac, old, Vidar, Ben also just dragging.
Yep.
You get up to an intersection, and the one that looks like an aristocrat comes out of the floor, right in front of you. Goes, no,
Sorry.
no, hold.
Right,
And you guys
back up a little bit
How do
back
you-
in the alleyway.
Sure. Take a second to stealth.
Yeah.
Back to the canal crew. All right, canal. You guys are on the boats, moving towards the moving towards the meat point. Roll me. Go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say, is there any chance we could just go back up to the bridge and grab more bodies?
Oh yeah, you don't have to go that far, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, do you just want to ballpark us how many we could carry?
Yeah. So you there's like probably 3 corpses left.
Okay.
If you know.
We don't even. So, how you said it could take a hell of an attune check to jar a ghost. The lightning hook helps with that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what it actually says.
Let's hear it.
Special items. Lightning hook. Oh, it's big. A long two-handed pole with a loop of heavy wire at the end connected to an electroplasmic capacitor suitable for grappling a spirit and dragging it into a spirit bottle. And it collapses.
Seems legit.
So, can I, like, does that make it just, since the ghosts are young and the spirit hook is of fine quality, or the lightning hook is of fine quality, how easy does that make the job of just like scoop?
At this stage, it's effortless.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
assuming you could get Griggs to help you too. So
Griggs will not
Sure.
go up to street level.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I mean not like he's not going up there, but I mean if with that process, if we brought them back.
Right.
No, we don't even need to. 3 corpses. We can take the jars and the hook and just 1, 2, 3, and we're gone.
Okay.
Now,
Okay, that's fine.
so you have how many jars do you have on you?
I have 2.
And then
Greg said that, and the one
Griggs
that
gave
Greg
you one
gave
with a
me.
slot in it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you've got enough for...
it seems like the operating knowledge right now is that a jar can hold 2 infant spirits.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
So you
we
have the capacity for 6.
Okay. Can I have brought a lantern to guide
Yep.
Cobb in these efforts?
It's a load. You can take it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't used much. All right, that sounds good. So you guys creep up to the surface. Do you try to move the bodies? Do you just do it in the street? Explain to me what the process is.
Well, one thing. Do gondoliers normally dispose of the bodies, or do they just take care of the spirits?
Don't know. They fish him out of the drink. They grab the spirit. He left the corpse on the boat that you guys found. So
Okay, yeah. Can I go down and go look over the bridge at Griggs and be, what do you do with them after you're done?
He looks up at you, exasperated. He's like, "We burn them. Like they're just husks. We don't want vampires."
Ah.
Oh.
Cobb, are you opposed to burning them in the street?
You don't think that'll draw the wrong sort of attention?
Well, we're leaving.
I think if we leave them on the street, someone will kick them in the drink eventually.
Oh, I mean, we can throw them in the drink.
How long would that take? You and we're not really the strongest. That's no more of a Vidar thing. I don't want to take too long with it. I don't want to take too long with it. We're here. We're not gondoliers. We're grinders. We're here for the spirits. We'll leave the corpses to someone else.
I'm trying to think if there's a way.
God knows Crow's Foot's already a war zone. What's one more fucking vampire? Stat makes a clock behind the screen.
I for one am not a fan of leaving.
Oh, the wicked consequences of every action. This is so much
All
fun.
right, burn him, Ven. I don't want to take all the time. I want to get back to Vita, and I want to make sure everyone's safe.
Okay. What would count as means to burn them?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, we probably can't burn him here. You need like a hell of a fire
to melt a corpse.
Can I smash my lantern on them?
It wouldn't take the whole thing. All right, fine. I'll help you drag him.
Okay. I mean, that probably won't take that long. If me and Cobb, it's 3 bodies, and we just toss them in the canal. That's probably gonna take us like 10 minutes.
Sure.
Maybe,
hand waving it a little bit. Cassius, you drag the bodies to Cobb. You go up to the closest one. Cassius, you work by grabbing the other bodies and arms up under them, dragging them. It's not pretty. These guys have been, their throat. One of them's throat is cut. One of them has a bullet hole in the skull. Like it's very sickening to both of you. What's going on here? So they you drag the bodies. Cobb, you go to use your tool to rip out an infant spirit. You attach this lightning thing, you extend it or fold it out, right? And you're able to take the first corpse, and in just a matter of a couple minutes. Yeah, it's like a boom mic. Out comes the spirit. It doesn't have enough strength to push against you in any way, shape, or form, and a tune check is not even needed here with this tool. And you got the spirit jar ready, presumably, and
Yep.
in it goes. And you can cap it back up. And Cassius is struggling to bring the next one over with the gunshot. It's a big dude, big red sash, with a bullet hole in his head.
I'm just gonna drop him.
Yep. Thud.
Have fun with that one.
The spirit jars. Did you put it in the same bottle? Or did you put
Was the other one a lamp black? I'll do my best.
They just start fighting in the jar.
I don't really know how all that works.
Yeah, you'd be alright to store them for at least a
Okay.
few days.
Sure.
Sure.
Then yes, in the same jar.
Then you go to get the other body, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
This one I need you to make a fortune roll. Either one of you can make it. It's your choice. You could roll it out the Berth Black
It's
Hat.
not my day today, Kyle. It's your go.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not my day.
You could roll it out the BB-8 sheet if you want.
No, I'll cobble roll it.
It is.
What?
not
How
my
many
day.
dice?
We'll do 2.
It's not my day to be rolling.
5.
Okay.
5.
Nice.
Excellent. The next body comes over without much happening on the street. The blue coat cart is still up there with the the goats pulling it, but they're already long gone. Lightning rod into the next tube, and you got
Nice.
3 spirits that you can add into your inventory of sorts. Excellent. Back to the alley crew. So
Okay.
the aristocratic ghost has pushed you guys back. Would you like to make a survey check to listen? Anyone can.
Yeah.
You also could teamwork it, or you could do it as a group action, or one
Got
person could do
nothing
it.
in it, so
I mean, yeah, there's no way I can help without doing stress, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna survey.
Sure.
Yeah,
Risky
I'm just
standard.
gonna survey.
Yep, risky standard.
Good old risky standard.
Oh wow!
Damn.
Oh no.
Cormac, you're old. The other 2 of you the others.
He's thinking about lunch.
I feel like that can be juxtaposed for any
Ooh.
failure Cormac
I-
makes. You're
I
old.
remember getting lunch in this
It's
corner a
dark.
couple years ago.
Vidar and Ben, you guys look down the alley and you see a group of cloaked men peer down it. They're sort of illuminated by lamplight, shadowy though. Peer down it. Did somebody get a 6? No, both 5s.
I did get a 6, but I have to take the lower.
yeah, disadvantage. And they peer down it, sort of looking for anything. And then they pass by.
Any identifying colors or stuff, or just cloaked?
Yeah, there are.
Not blue coats, I guess, assumingly.
Not blue coats, no, but gray coats. And
The moment I recognize that they're gray coats, I stop and look at Cobb, and I give him the meanest
Ben.
fucking look I can.
Ben.
Or Ben, yeah.
Yeah.
Meanest fucking look I can summon. We are not doing this.
Ben.
Mm-hmm. I'm contemplating for a second.
Take your time.
I can carry 2 corpses. I can't carry 4.
Just no fear that he dies at all. It's just I have to carry all your fucking
I
corpses.
can't carry an extra corpse. How did we see how many individuals?
A group of them couldn't really quite make it out.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, you're really gonna subject me to more violence here. I'm a 68-year-old man. Chill.
Almost 69.
Almost 69 years old.
Nice. I'm gonna keep saying it.
I can't wait for our downtime session where we do his 69th birthday.
That's coming. It's only a couple weeks away.
We're spending a coin on the ectoplasm wheelchair.
I'm not saying we do anything now, but does it hurt to take a look at which way they're going?
Yes, it does. We are leaving.
Oh,
You
well,
walk
here's
away,
another question: is the
you walk
direction
aw-
they're going the way that we need to go?
No, so they're pushing sort of to your right. You need to cross the next street in front of you with the body, which is going to be the next thing.
Yeah.
And then you'll be almost to the meat point.
Okay.
You
Then
walk
I'm-
away. I'm not coming after you.
Okay, I'm coming.
Do your own little fortune roll
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
The ghost nods back underneath the ground and moves towards. And you guys continue on your way as the gray cloaked men move away. You come up to the intersection. You are now at a similar street as to the one you were before. This is sort of like in between. It is lamplit down. And you have the corpses and are moving quite slow. How would you like to approach it?
Honestly, I'll turn the lamps off again.
You can try.
Yeah, I'll try as well.
Sure.
Could I, and while they're doing that, could I attempt to make it look like I'm trying to help this person if they might be alive still? Like soldier carrying. Like, come on, we're almost
Stop.
there.
Yeah, they're
He's gonna weekend at
Yeah,
I think
Berth's.
I said that person's throat was cut.
You can make it. He's just.
Again, it's a similar routine. Cormac, you are able to take out the lights on your side of the street. Vidar, you'd reach out to grab the ones across, but you're just so tired. Like you could go for miles, dude. But like you got with only a singular focus of moving these bodies, so it's hard reaching out to do that. But yeah, you guys are now in darkness as you come to the edge of the alley end of the street, but the other side is lit.
No
Alright,
ghost information.
The ghosts don't warn you. That's a good question.
All right. Well, they'll come and find
Alright.
us if they need to. So keep
Yeah,
going.
hug the darkness and keep moving forward.
Yep.
All right, you guys saunter across the street.
I want to make a prowl check.
You should.
I guess I'm making.
I have the
You-
ability
you
to.
can you can lead a group action to get everyone across.
You should do that.
What?
All right.
What
so
does
I
that
have
entail?
zero.
So-
0 points.
everyone will roll prowl. We'll use your check to determine what the group does. Anyone who rolls 3 or lower, you will take a stress for, but you'll be able to move the whole group.
Also, bonus we get. To
I will
add
take
if-
the stress.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't do that.
I will lead the group.
What are you
Since
at
I-
right now?
considering
I have
considering
2 slots left.
Considering I have the
Ooh.
considering I have less corpses and I'll be able to move at a slightly faster pace.
Yeah, you
So
can
make sure.
once again,
I will lead the
Is-
group.
is the threshold to take a trauma? Is it 10 stress or
Yes,
9?
10.
It's
So
like,
you
where
can
mark
fill
all the
up,
way
and then as soon as you take
Next
another,
one,
it's trauma
yes.
time.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll
So
take
technically, I'm just saying, Bilbo, you could take the next 2 and not get a trauma. So
I think Bilbo's trying to
Let
err
me,
on the
let me
other
just
side of
understand
caution.
these mechanics again.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they both roll prowl, and if they get 3 or higher, I add a bonus dice and take 1
No,
stress.
so you basically what's going to happen is here you're making the check for the whole group, right?
Okay.
If you roll a 6, the whole group moves through like a fucking shadow. You roll a 1,
Okay.
everyone hears you. What they do is they make a prowl check as well. And if their highest die is 3 or lower, you will take a stress. So you can't take more than 2 stress because there's only 2 people that can fail the check. But if they roll a 1 and a 1, it won't matter. We're using your prowl check to determine what happens to the group.
Right.
Right.
It's
Okay.
basically like
So,
if
but
you
there's
have-
no benefit if they roll 4 or 5 or 6.
Nope. It just
You
does.
just don't,
ben-
you just don't
you
get
don't
a
the
take
stress.
benefit is
stress.
they get to use your roll. So it's
Okay,
like
yeah.
if we had one
Yeah.
person who was super good in something,
Yes.
they could succeed for the whole group at the
Sure.
cost of
Yeah,
the
they
stress.
get- Alright.
They get to
Fuck it.
hide in the shadow of
take-
Vidar
I
and the
could
2
take
Fuck it.
bodies.
No one lives forever. Let's do it.
Beds
Do
are
you
offering.
wanna take it or?
Yeah.
I
Ben
I
is
have
offering.
2 dice. You leading it is worse.
no,
Yeah.
I have 2 dice as well.
You have 2 dice in prowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you were untrained earlier.
No, I did
Oh.
not.
Okay, then you
Does
do it then.
something
Yeah.
Yeah,
else, maybe.
I'll go ahead and take the prowl.
Sure. So you all roll prowl. Just roll
Risky
it.
standard.
P&E.
Risky standard. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh,
alright,
Stress.
rip.
That'll be a stress.
And then question: what's the devil's bargain for this?
No.
Hey, it
Yeah.
never hurts to ask.
Oh, it does.
It makes me stressed.
real,
That's what it does.
real life.
Yes,
stress.
real anxiety.
I don't want to tell you what the threat is that will happen if you are noticed.
Right, because then it would ruin the spread.
Yeah, no. You know what? I'm gonna
there
take
is a
the
very
devil's bargain,
legitimate-
and I'm pushing myself.
You're taking
okay,
it and you're
sure.
pushing yourself, or you're not taking
Yep.
it.
I am
Learn from
taking
me,
it and
Jacob.
pushing
It
myself.
doesn't help. It
He's-
doesn't.
All right,
help.
so that's a
Oh,
total of
cool.
3 stress before you hit
Yep.
the dice.
Yep.
We don't even.
I don't
We don't
care.
even know if we
It's
need to-
too
we don't
late,
need
man.
to sneak,
It's too
though.
late, man.
All right.
It's too late.
All right.
My ghost friends will tell
For
us. we need
two
to-
bonus dice.
I
two
trust
bonus
him too,
die.
but
Yeah.
Yes, 2 bonus dice.
I
Okay.
can't stop him
Does
from
it add
taking
to
the bargain.
Devil's
2
bargain.
bonus.
Oh.
It's
There
Okay.
you go.
Critical
All right.
success. All right. Me called.
Oh, nice. Double sixes.
Yes.
It's critical
A
success.
critical
There we
success. For the cost of 3 stress. Well played. Yep. So you are able to as quick as you can, move across the street, emerging from darkness back into lamplight, and then crossing into the next alley. It takes Vidar a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
because Ben is able to scout out the area, he sort of removes any immediate threats that could be waiting for you in the shadow, and you're able to get to the alley, and you're almost to the meet point. Just got to get through this alley.
right.
Back to the canal crew. You guys have just put the lid on your third ghosty, and you are moving back towards the
Rendezvous?
the gondolas first, right? And then to get in the water.
Oh yes. We
Yeah.
gotta move the corpses to the fucking water. Yep.
Yep. Do you want to dump? You want to dump the corpses?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Sure.
So the two of you work together in tandem, to corpses splash, loud splash, as the corpse falls. Not an uncommon sound though in Crow's Foot,
Yeah.
especially following a fight. So the first one, pretty effortless. The second one is a much bigger red sash. That one you guys huff and puff and more roll him over the edge, and he falls with a massive thud.
Did we miss? Did we miss?
He hits the boardwalk with his legs a little bit,
Oh, okay.
making the most sickening snap you've heard in a long time, and then the water hits too, and then covering up the.
They don't-
Sorry, madam.
You don't need him.
You both. And you go to grab the third body. As you do so, make me a survey check.
All right.
Risky standard.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I think my. Okay. All right. All right.
Cobb, it's fine. Cassius, as you go to get the other body, you cock your eyebrow around and you notice that there is someone in the alley up the street towards the blue coat, peering at you, sort of like blasted by the lamplight. A hooded figure, peeking out, looking at you.
Can I roll study to maybe look for anything more, or do I just see his face?
Nah, it's coming off the survey check. That's pretty
Okay,
much all you
okay.
can see.
Okay,
Is
okay.
that someone's watching you work.
I'm gonna continue moving the bodies and kind of retain my normal motion and be like, Cobb, we've got eyes on our necks. We're gonna drop this and we're gonna leave.
Okay. Sure. Let's just be quick about it.
Sure.
Okay.
This is a a woman, a little bit slender frame, so you're able to kind of like quickly get this body done, as it tumbles into the water. You cast a look back towards, and you don't see the hooded figure anymore. And what do?
Back to the gondola.
Sure. You move down to the gondola, hop on. The two boats. The madam is waiting for you there.
Okay. I'm gonna just take a really deep breath. Just, Griggs, I think we've seen enough action for today.
I should say so. Pushes off. We're going back to the hub. The hub is not the meet point.
Right. We still got some people out there, and we arranged a rendezvous. Wait, the rendezvous's in the docks?
It's
Near
like
the
on
border.
I think we said it was like
Near the
on the
border.
brink of Crow's
Near the
Foot.
border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Order. How far is the rendezvous from the hub?
The one that you guys came out of, it's a pretty good ride away. You're like halfway there at this point, but you know.
Listen, we've got some the ones who didn't make it. They had some corpses with them, and we set a rendezvous. We should get them before we head back to the hub. You know, just to be doing our civic duty and all that.
He does not look like he wants to do that at all. He's trying to push and row back towards where you
Okay.
guys came from.
Can I say, Griggs, it's not too wise as a gondolier to leave loose ends. I mean, I'm a novice at this, but I know about vengeful spirits, and we wouldn't want any of those wreaking havoc on the streets.
I get
Can
it.
I roll
I get
sway
it.
as a part of that, or
We don't go to the service. You can roll sway, but it's it's limited.
limited?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it? Yeah, it's just risky limited.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay, I mean
Yeah,
that's
it's like-
something. That's something.
He's
Nice.
like, look, you can hop off and you can go on foot. But I'm taking the gondolas back. We don't go on
Is
the
it-
surface.
is it quicker to the rendezvous from here than from the hub?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And the canals are certainly a good way to move covertly.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, we won't draw too much attention moving through just the canals and Crowfoot, not versus
No, not
just
at
walking
all.
around.
The way you guys
Okay.
have set this up, you are,
Okay.
incognito basically.
Okay.
I want to just perk back up and say, Griggs, we can talk again later. I thank you so much for your time that you've given us today. We've learned a lot, and it was definitely an experience. But I think we need to go make sure our associates are safe.
He pushes the gondola back to the boardwalk so you can get out, and he says, "Go for it."
All right, we will, I
All
suppose.
right. I just want to make sure, like, we're still on good terms with them, or at least what I can
Yeah,
see.
it
I mean, it's like
he's very serious about not heading up
okay.
to the surface.
I'll respect his claim in that. I just don't want him to like hate us because we're
Sure.
doing that. Yeah, just
I wanted to give Madame Corvus an opportunity to say anything if she wanted to.
I mean, I don't know what else I'd say. I'm trying to stay under the radar. This was kind of more of a I'm coming along just in case my talents with persuasion were needed, but obviously not that kind of job. So
Not yet.
The day is still young.
yeah.
Not yet.
All right.
All right.
Well, I guess the three of us are gonna hop off.
Sure.
Bid Greg to do, and
Stick
we are
to the
going to try and
boardwalks or
proceed
go up
to
to
the
the street
rendezvous.
level. What would you like to do?
We are gonna stick to the boardwalks and try and make our way back to the rendezvous.
Down by the sea.
Sure. I'd like to call for a break. I think everyone could use one. We're coming into the final act of this score here. So I say maybe till about 4:50. We can come back and then
Yeah, sure.
put the finishing touches on the score. That
Rip
cool
some
with
more
y'all?
over. Sure.
Works
Sure.
for me.
Sure.
I mean, what?
Sure.
So hang on. So how much more do we have to do?
You got to get out.
Just to meet up.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta get
Not
out, meet up, and
much.
get out. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
All right. I will go ahead and put the break overlay on. Thanks for watching. Any viewers who are still with us, we're coming to the end.
Yes, thank you very much for this very exciting episode. Glad you're with us.
Sweet.